Okay.
No talking bad at people.
No talking about squirting.
Whoa.
That was the first thing that came across the stream.
Jeez.
That was the pre-show show. You missed that. So.
Yeah.
What were you talking about?
That was being gross.
You.
I thought we weren't telling people that about me.
Brown's being gross.
You know.
Bunch of gross guys in here.
I don't want to be crude.
We're all being gross.
It
was
smells.
that was old Matt.
Gross in here.
I prefer being mean over crude.
That was old Matt.
Gotcha.
That was before woke Matt.
But
Woke, man.
pre-woke
2
Matt.
years ago.
Hey, I just
I
got a
love when
notification.
I love
Jerry
when
Jones
Danny
Summers
Bayless
first
says
on
that
live.
stuff now. He's like, that was a drop. That's old, Danny. That was
Not
before I was.
woke, Danny.
That's not woke. That was before
Woke,
I was
Danny.
woke.
Before you were woke.
There's still a
All right.
lot of.
I'm gonna figure out later.
Am I peeking? Okay.
You peaked a long time ago, man.
Hello.
Hello. Try talk.
Oh man.
Now you.
Yeah. Check. Hey. Yep. I don't. It's not me. I don't know. We'll figure it out, Dustin.
Check. I don't know.
1 2 1 2 1.
I mean, does it sound that bad over there? It sounds perfect in my
I have
ears.
to put my headphones up really loud because I'm starting to get deaf. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
So-
that's what it is.
Yeah, I've got it really.
I think it's
cranked.
really cranked.
Mm.
All right, let's do this. Ready?
Yes.
All right.
Crank.
Yeah, I'm all these
God.
chords I pulled out before.
Look at
show.
that guy's neck. Scrote. Oh, that's gross.
That's like half turkey.
Oh, that's. I can't look at anything else.
All right, here we go.
Hey,
Oh.
Matt, Dustin. It's your good friend Braun from Mastodon. How you doing?
This episode of the
See, now this is really low.
brought to you by
Guys note.
and,
Victor Rich.
and Plastic Object.
This program contains graphic material, including offensive language. Viewer discretion is advised.
This morning, as COVID cases mount across the country, the massive
Hold on, I gotta fix this shit. This is aggravating the fuck out of me.
Okay.
Because everything is buzzing. Everything. Is it still there?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
Bad? How about now?
Yep.
It's there?
Yep.
The buzz?
Yes.
Is it as bad though? Talk, Susie.
La 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 la.
Check,
talk,
check, check.
Talk.
It doesn't.
What do you
It's-
think, Dustin?
Is it as bad?
How's it sound to you?
I don't know. Maybe it's. Have you? What if it's this light? Did we try that?
Turn that light off.
Yeah.
This is a TV.
No, that's not it.
Oh,
But it. What did you do over there? Because it seemed to get worse. Whatever you did over there. Okay, now did it.
That's my mic on and off.
Okay,
Huh.
so you're just
So-
pulling mic cords right now.
Yeah.
All right.
It's not any of the mic cords.
Turn the TV off. And
Is
then
it
try
those
the air
speakers
conditioner.
Who's that?
Hello.
Who's that?
That's clean.
Yeah.
That got cleaner.
I think it's me.
That got cleaner. So you might have to switch seats.
I think it's me.
Suze.
Can you sit next to me, Susie?
I sure can.
Hers.
Hold on. Shh. It's gone, right?
Yeah.
Oh.
Old enough to kiss?
Old enough to kiss.
Old enough for kisses? It's old enough for kisses. I'll put it in the show note. Oh, it's back
Still,
on.
It's back on.
So it's the cord.
It may be the cord. Do you want me to switch?
Fucking cord. Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Was that one of Geist cords? No. You know why? Because Geist didn't give us a bunch of shit.
You gave us good stuff.
One time, long time ago. Long time.
Oh, wait, your
Okay, let's
sponsor?
try this.
And now we get nothing from him. And he got a hot Asian wife. Whoa.
Nancy.
Is that on? We're not on, right?
We're on.
What?
We're on.
People are allowed to have hot Asian wives.
What's all this grunting?
That's me.
Oh,
I'm back.
Matt not stretching again.
Okay. How's this? Oh, nothing's on. I'm just like.
Talk, 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 talk.
It seems back.
No, I don't hear
Hey.
it.
I don't hear it.
I don't
I
hear
don't
it.
know what y'all are hearing. Honestly,
Oh, I think it was just
This is what's fun.
moving around.
Hey, chat room. Hey,
Hey,
YouTube.
are you moving the camera so I'm seen again?
Oh,
Cause I'm so cute.
Cat.
Cute. You're so cute.
oh my god.
K-E-W-T. That's how you say that.
That's funny.
Okay, so now what the fuck's going on over here?
Hey, Matt.
Why is that so low all of a sudden?
Well,
This is why I hate having people over to record.
one day we'll have
Especially my
enough
old
money
man.
to where we can have two.
This is what happens when
We
you
can
have your
have
own
our
band
own
over. All right, hold on a second. Let me look at one more thing, and I'll just make sure. Cranked. That's cranked. We're all good there. I had to do a bunch of weird magic stuff. Swear we're gonna start this show on
Card
time.
or sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand.
Oh.
That's up. Well, I don't know. I just don't know.
I'm disappointed in myself.
What'd you do?
I feel like I'm trying to sabotage something good with something bad.
Oh, dude, come on now.
Hey, Matt.
All right, we're just doing it.
It's your good friend Bron from Mastodon. How you doing?
This episode of the
Oh, my back.
brought to you by
Guys,
Nice
I'll turn
note.
it back
And
down here in a
Victor
minute.
Rich.
No,
and
my
plastic
back's hurting.
object.
This program contains graphic material,
heard this
including
supercut?
offensive language. Viewer discretion is advised.
This morning, as COVID cases mount across the country, the mass debate is intensifying.
People are very passionate on both sides of the great mass debate. The partisan mass debate is
no
heating
agenda.
up.
Oh, mass debate? Yeah.
The president is
I heard this.
trying to have us cover the mass debate.
CVS, Target,
I thought
and
we already played
Walgreens
this, though.
are getting in on the mass debate.
The mass debate now taking
Is on no agenda?
at local restaurants.
It's 9 minutes after 6 now, and there's new
I heard
video
it somewhere.
of a raging
Yeah, I think so.
mass debate.
I thought
the
we
mass
played it,
debate
though.
in Georgia is getting ugly. The great mass debate in West Virginia might soon be coming to an end.
This mass debate is far from over. How many mass debates have you gotten into? Love to hear it.
The mass debate was taken to a whole nother level.
Bishop David Zubik tells Pittsburgh's Action News 4 he found himself in the middle of a mass debate.
And we'll dive deeper into this pet store mass debate.
So we're going to begin with this thing we're calling the Great Mass Debate.
Seth, get me a tissue.
That's fun.
False start. You want to do it again?
I figured out what's going on.
Hey, do you have a Zima in there?
Show number 383. It is August 18th, 2020. And tonight, we're going to put Brian out to pasture.
Whoa.
I feel like I need to be put out.
I'm happy to be here for your last show, Brian.
That's just, yeah. It's got to happen.
We're going to start playing some Boys to Men. It's so hard.
Oh, Into the Road.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was going to say. He needs to be
Yeah.
into the road.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
We've
Play the
never
one
done-
that Keith Buckley of Every Time I Die played at karaoke.
See?
That was great.
Or should we
Yeah.
play?
Yeah.
Should we do
Freebird.
the whatever the Green Day song?
Oh yeah.
Time of your
It's
life.
something unforgettable,
Unpredictable.
unpredictable.
Or maybe
whatever.
he says both in different ones.
I don't know.
That's when they started wearing eye makeup, and I stopped watching them.
They
Listen
wore
to
eye
tell.
makeup the whole time. Just
Did
not.
they?
They,
Oh, I don't
they
remember
that was
that.
when they started wearing eye makeup and then like a shirt and tie.
And before they
Oh, yeah,
released, or was that before or after they released the poetic gold of American Idiot?
That was on
that-
American Idiot.
It was. I don't. Get
That
it.
song
I didn't-
was
I
on
stopped
American
giving a
Idiot?
shit when
I don't know.
I quit Green Day after Dookie.
Dookie was
That was it.
about it.
I
for
stopped
me, too.
listening
the
well
pinnacle with
before
me.
American Idiot because I was like, one, I found good punk rock by then, and I was like, oh, American Idiot, wow, you like that's
Pop
a
punk.
sixth grader said that.
I want
one
to be
time.
an American Idiot.
Happy Tuesday, Dustin.
Happy Tuesday, Susie.
Thanks
But
for inviting me over.
You just suddenly showed up,
Well, my internet and TV were out.
so you couldn't watch any
So
debates.
I couldn't watch the debates.
You couldn't watch the masturbate.
No.
What, do you hate yourself? Why would you watch this shit?
And so I just didn't know what to do with myself. And I had those beers that I won in that raffle. So I thought I'd bring them over. And now I get to be on the show.
Well, those are our birthday presents.
Yeah, birthday
Our
presents.
anniversary presents again.
for sure.
Matt, happy Tuesday.
Dustin, happy Tuesday.
Brian, happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Brian, happy Tuesday.
I wanted to talk to you about something because you know where we're supposed to be tonight.
Susie, happy Tuesday.
Hey, thanks. Happy Tuesday, Matt.
New York?
No,
Oh.
we would have flown
Already
back
been
from
back
New
from New
York
York.
on Sunday.
Oh, Faith No More.
No,
Uh,
we would have been at the old ballpark for Guns N' Roses.
oh, yeah.
Tonight was Guns N' Roses.
Did we get approved for
Ballpark.
that?
Yeah, right at the last minute, and then
And
COVID
everything shut
hit and
down.
everything shut down. And then this Friday, we would be seeing Faith No More in Dallas,
And
and
then
on
going to
Saturday
Austin.
we'd go to Austin to see Faith No More, and then lose our Faith No More.
So right about
later
now,
that
I'd be
night.
texting you, got my girls, man.
Do
And
you?
You'd be going, what?
Come on now.
Well, I would have made arrangements.
Oh, okay.
And done a switcheroonie, but yeah,
I would have
it
hoped
is my
so.
weekend.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, and I have to
Oh.
be a good dad, otherwise I get in trouble.
You're
I have-
always a good
I have
dad.
3 girls that want to kill me.
But Faith No More is worth being a bad dad, right?
Absolutely.
To diehard Faith No More fans, yeah.
So
It is,
diehard
yeah.
Faith No More.
I'm pretty sure a lot of families have been abandoned because of
'Cause of
Faith, No More tours.
Man, this,
Sorry, honey, the road beckons. You're not in the band. I got to follow them.
I'm
and-
sorry.
Are
People
y'all?
follow
Are you
bands
starting
all
to
the
have
time.
these
bad dads.
realizations
Bad
and
parents.
stuff like I am too? Where you're like, man, it has been a really long time since I've seen a rock show.
Yeah, these
And
2 weeks
it's
would
like,
have
what
been
the hell?
balls for us. We would have been having fun. Coming back from New York, watching Rage Against the Machine
From
and Run the
Madison Square
Jewels
Garden.
at Madison Square Garden, 2 Guns N' Roses, and I
2
forgot
Faith No
who's
More
open
shows.
for them, and then 2 Faith No More shows.
Yeah,
And then probably there's some random
guys
mean
would've
motor
been
scooter
living the
show
life.
in there somewhere.
I probably would have lost my job at some point.
I probably would have lost my mind.
I would have been cruising for the ride.
We'd have been staying Well, we were probably flying up to New York, right?
Yeah.
Were you just gonna make the trip to New York? Meet
Yeah.
us
Just
there?
show up.
Yeah, I would have. Yeah,
Hey, I'm here to drop off some beer.
Good. We can save money on Uber.
I would have been all, "What's up, everybody?" Turns out I know a flight attendant. Made it to New York.
Mm.
But
seem like
you
one of
had
those
to join
people.
her
You just
in
know
the
people that
room.
get you a bunch of free cool.
It's true. I know people. I get a lot of free stuff.
You had to join her
functional
in the-
hookups.
Taco Bell free stuff doesn't count.
in the
What's-
bathroom for the Mile High Club. Anyway,
That would have been weird.
Yeah, it's starting to get to me. I mean, it's been getting to me, but it's like now you've been away for it so long that you have to have some kind of something triggers you. Like once or twice a week, I'm like, man, I really want to see, I don't know, Mastodon, even though I've seen him 7 times.
yeah.
I'm like, dude, I'd love to see. And then you're like, well, it's not just Mastodon you haven't seen for. It's like all of music you haven't seen.
Well, we
in that
missed. We
7
were
months.
supposed to see Gojira in this
Mhm.
time period, and
Yeah, we went through the festival. We was zapped right through the festival's season.
Who else? I can bring up my calendar and see all the people we
Remember-
missed. That just makes me depressed. It
You
wants me to
remember-
pull
Yeah,
a
why would
different
you do
trigger.
that
Remember
to
when
us,
well,
yourself, and
here's how it all
everybody?
started too. Was remember me texting
Y'all are
you and
masochists.
James?
Are.
Doesn't look-
Deftones on the 3rd.
Well, remember me texting
Oh,
you
the
and
with
James
the Gojira
saying, "Hey, it doesn't look like you are going to be playing the
Halloween
the
show.
no, not the Halloween, the that festival. I was like, doesn't look like that's happening. Y'all hadn't heard about it yet, and then like 2 hours later,
No.
they canceled the whole. What was that festival?
Oh,
What's
it's
that one
that.
that's every-
It's the one up in
the art,
Denton.
music,
that
the
north
TV.
by. You put your photos in
Not
it.
the TV.
They have like
the
a different
film one.
name for it every
35
year.
Denton. That's
Yeah.
Is that what it
now
is?
Yeah.
something else Denton. That's now
Oak Fest, some shit.
I don't know,
They have a
something
different.
like that.
It renamed itself. It indexes
Yeah, that was
now.
in March.
Ugh.
And then everybody was going, no, we're still playing our shows, like all over Dallas and
Yeah,
Fort
yeah,
Worth.
yeah,
and then
yeah.
one by one, by
By
about
one.
20,
They
by
all
about
got
we were
30.
still going to play
canceled.
that show, but
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was out. And then
The-
we lost 4 shows, I think is what we had booked, planned.
The thing I realized the other day was that I haven't used any of my time off, my PTO, and I've got like 5.5 weeks. So I've started booking it.
Or you just save it for the end of the year and just take the
Entire month of December off.
Yeah.
from Thanksgiving on.
Oh my gosh, that would be awesome.
off.
But a nightmare when I got back.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna do that whole take off every Friday thing, and I'm gonna go visit my dad and my little brother at some point. Well, my whole family. They'll all get to
Would
my
y'all go
dad's
see?
house.
Say you could see a show tomorrow. What would you?
Yeah.
Yes.
I know,
Well, it
there's-
depends on who it is.
Well, no, like
And the venue.
Anybody I want.
whatever. It's
I think the
whatever.
venue
It's
it'd have to be the right venue for me, I think.
I mean, I'm not going to see Josh and Jet Noise at
Mass.
Growl.
I might.
it could
st-
be
I might
whatever.
still
It
want
could
it to
be-
be
it could be
outside.
whatever.
No
Let me
offense
ask you this,
to
would
either
you go,
venue. I just,
okay, would you go nut to butt and see Dillinger Skate Planet Trees?
Yes.
You would.
I don't know. That'd be a tough one to
Oh,
call.
not me.
I got masked. I got hardcore masks.
Yeah,
But-
we could
but
go
that
fully
close?
dressed.
Yeah, they say close quarter. Here's the thing: is everyone has their own personal,
Jesus?
own personal. Shut up. Undefined. They're like, I don't think a lot of people like. They have this own personal standard
Jesus?
of when it's quote unquote safe for themselves that they have not reconciled with, like, say the government said, hey, it's okay now, but they'd be like, I don't agree. But it's like, well, you agreed when they said shut everything down, do the X, Y, and Z. It's I think like once shit gets better, whatever the fuck that means, I think there's going to be this whole, it's like, well, I don't feel safe now. It's like but I'm like, but you were lock in step, when the fear was cranked up to 11. But when the fear gets cranked down to like 5, 4, 3, 2, then I think there's going to be this weird thing where people just want to remain afraid.
Oh, yeah, for
Because
sure.
so many people are
Yeah.
fucking pussies.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I totally disagree with that.
But it's like, what
You don't think
what do
so?
they have to see? Do they have to see? Do they need? Do they have
No,
to see that
I-
cases are going down?
There's some people that are
Hospitalizations
still
are
paranoid
down,
about
deaths
going
are down,
to
or
shows
there
because
has to
of
be
the
0
Ariana Grande,
cases.
Well-
the explosion. There's some people that are still worried.
Right.
In the French, what show was that with
The Eagles of Death Metal.
Yeah, the Eagles of Death Metal. I bet you anything that attendance is going to be down.
And the
But I
Country Fest
think-
in Las Vegas.
I think that in regards to COVID, like we just don't know enough about it yet. Like we don't know like what the standards are of how people's bodies are reacting to it and what we can do to protect ourselves other than like wearing a mask and stuff. So I think when we have more information, when we've got more data, then people's
Like,
anxiety
what do you
about
personally
it.
have to hear to go see a regular show like you used to do? What are your personal standards? Do you have to be like 0 cases? Do we have to eradicate this
No.
thing forever?
No.
Then
I
what?
need to know more.
Well, I think
See, that's the thing.
federal,
That's my point.
I
It's
think when you're,
undefined. So all these people have
okay,
this,
I'll
like,
tell you what it would be.
You don't know, like you
when
don't
you
even
hear
know.
when you hear federal guidelines and their policies are matching up with the states, which is matching up with the city, and they've taken off all the restrictions, is when people probably start dabbling their toe out there.
There's no numbers.
Yeah, there's no real
Yeah,
numbers.
that's the thing. Is
There's no
gonna
numbers.
be there's no numbers, and it's
Hardcore numbers coming out.
it's gonna be release of restrictions, and then it's gonna be, I don't know, like almost not deer in headlights, but when you're going hunting, that first deer that kind of strolls, or a turkey, especially turkey hunts. The 2 guards will go out by the grain feeder and start pacing, and then slowly but surely you'll start seeing other ones. It's going to be like that. We're going to be a bunch of turkeys
I think though that we just
eating turkey.
we need to
eating
know
corn.
more about how our bodies are responding to COVID-19. Like we know with the flu, and there's a million jillion strains of the flu, basically how our bodies are going to react.
I know mine.
With-
I know how mine reacts. I never get the flu.
Right.
So a part like with that,
Yeah.
there's a part of me that's like going fucking stir crazy. Like yesterday, I cried because I'm not handling any of this well. But
Well, you got a
which
job.
I'm like, you know what? You know what's funny is I've repeatedly said I'm not doing well, but nobody gives a shit because it's just like, yeah, well, nobody
None of us
is,
are doing
and I'm
well,
like,
yeah.
That's
I'm
the
like,
problem.
I'm like, cool. I was normal up until this, and now I'm breaking. That's fun because the foundation of the world is normal functioning people. But I'm like, whatever.
That's the problem with this time right now is
Yeah.
that everybody is not doing well.
And now that
Yeah.
I'm
Everybody's
sad,
starting to
but
break
like
apart.
when I was, everyone's like, "Oh, you're sad." All this, everyone got the attention. Now, so I'm just like, "Oh, cool. This is the worst time to feel sad because, like, it's like, yeah, whatever." And I'm just like, "Cool." That just makes you feel more alone. And it's just like, "Oh, great, cool."
Yeah, these holidays are going to be brutal.
I would go
That
see a
was
show
the
tomorrow.
next thing I wanted to bring up is that we're approaching the horizon of starting to see Halloween pop up out there.
which is the beginning of the holidays.
And
kinda.
what's going to happen at Halloween if nothing's changed by then? There's no trick or treating.
Well, then Thanksgiving, right around the corner. I mean,
Yeah, your big old Black Friday sales. Oh
Black
shit!
that's
No, a
getting
bunch
canceled,
of big
man.
stores
They've
have already
pulled
canceled
out.
Black Friday.
Even Walmart and
Well,
Target
there's still
too.
going to be massive holiday shopping,
online.
Online, yeah.
It
but
won't.
no, there's still going to be people that go out.
You think so?
But Walmart
Some-
and Target said they're staying closed.
And see, that's the
What?
other thing that's really
On Black
scary
Friday?
is the
Yeah.
They're going to have to open up at some point.
Well, yeah, they do.
Yeah,
that's the
and
other
then
thing.
people
is
are
going
gonna
to
go.
This is coming off
You
the heels
can't-
of a
Did y'all
shit
forget
show
human
election.
nature? Like they're gonna go out post Thanksgiving. This is their programming. They program themselves to do this.
So what? They're going to show up on Saturday now or
Yes.
Sunday instead?
Yes, that's exactly what they're gonna do.
You don't
I
think
don't
that?
know.
Also,
Walmart
do you
shut
think
down
they're
for
going to
Can't
release
stop
3
them
days.
from
the
doing that.
Well, the capacity rules are going to stop them from doing
Well,
it.
I mean, that's fine.
They'll
They'll
stand in
stand
line
in line.
outside
This is Texas.
Next
There's like
to each
a
other.
There's going to be a lot
1
of
in 20
shootings.
chance it'll be bad outside.
I'm surprised we already don't have a lot of shootings from people losing their minds.
Well, we are. This is going to put us over the edge. This with the holidays coming off the heels of this shit
the
show.
vote?
The vote, yeah, the election.
Now, what Matt is talking about, he's pointing at a TV that we have
The-
on to the DNC.
screwiest Democratic National Convention I've ever seen.
That's why
The
it's so
Democratic
low
National
energy
Convention-
here. You have fucking KERA on.
This
God.
it is so
We're trying to keep
weird.
it cool in here. We're trying to
This
talk
whole
like this
thing
is-
and
this is
and the way
News Hour
like
on
did you see
KERA.
that stuff they put up yesterday? That song, it would look like a joke.
Which one? The
the
I-
DNC
Was it
thing.
Leon
like,
Yeah.
Bridges?
the only one I went and saw was Leon Bridges.
Yeah, it looked like a joke.
His song?
No, the one with the guitars, not
the
Leon
guitarist
Bridges.
and the
Oh.
guy that
With
yeah,
the-
it was
like a dress thing, and it looked like someone did it for a 6th grade project.
It looked like a
radio,
funny,
television, and film.
weird,
I'm gonna
like
be honest.
purposely retro, shitty music video.
I got home yesterday from work and
Went to
passed
bed?
out for a long time, and then woke up for like an hour, and then passed out till this morning. I didn't watch any of the shit yesterday. I only saw the highlights today.
I didn't either. I'm seeing what's
and
on
the
Twitter.
Leon Bridges song.
On Twitter,
Yeah.
that's all I've seen. I forgot to bring up before the show
It's a bad connection.
while we're talking about crazy shit.
It's like
Oh,
Max had
God.
Did you
over
see
there.
that cat up in? I think it was either Portland or Seattle that got kicked in the face.
Got
Oh,
pulled
let's-
out of his
let's-
truck.
Yeah, Portland.
Dude, what
Dude.
the heck?
I mean,
That's
you guys can
see,
talk
that's
about it
what
all
you know.
want.
How I was telling you, that's what's gonna. That's how.
You can still hear us though. That's what's weird.
That's why Trump is gonna be reelected. Is because Antifa and all these nuts that are up in Seattle and Portland are starting to get on everyone's
Everybody's nerves.
nerves. And the thing is the Democrats have put themselves in a corner by supporting this shit. They backed off of it lately, but there are
They
so
haven't
many
condemned
times.
it.
But
So
but remember for a while they were just straight up supporting it.
oh yeah.
And
It
that was
was
a bunch
straight
of
support.
bullshit. That guy was just trying to drive through there, and they just went after him. He wasn't trying to do anything. He was trying to get out of their way.
Did
I hadn't heard the
I
backstory.
heard
His own
that
drive.
he like yelled stuff at him.
Well, I heard he
But-
was
but even
yelling
if he
because they were
did-
messing with his
even if he did-
transgender friend.
Even if they did yell
Is
at
that what it
him,
was? They were messing with his
No,
transgender friend.
no problem. I'm like it
That's
still
what
it still
I
shouldn't
heard.
have happened.
I don't know. It was stupid. I'm tired of all this. I wish.
That's the thing too.
I'm to the point to load the B-52 up. Let's fly to Portland. Find those couple of blocks where everybody sets up at night. Open the payload doors, and let's just start
Well,
carpet bombing them.
okay,
Preferably with pre-Geneva Convention nail
This
bombs.
is wrong, okay? And this is not. I need a disclaimer on this because I've done this before.
And napalm.
I've done this before, and I don't want anyone to think that I'm trying to incite anything or I'm trying to take a position on anything. But all these dumb motherfucking redneck militia groups and all these skinheads that are like, oh, you know what? If we want a racial war, we'll start a racial war. All that stupid shit. Here's
all
your
talk.
time, motherfucker.
And they're not doing
Go
anything.
take care of it.
They're all pussies.
You got
Everybody
the one
is.
percenters, the bike gangs, all that horse shit riding through this world.
Well,
shit.
I'm not talking shit about them.
All this fucking
Yeah, they
we're
went and
badass
did, they went and had
one-percenters.
Sturgis. They're fine.
Okay,
They went and had a party.
Okay, man,
With
we've
a bunch
heard
of
your
shitty
shit.
bands.
We've heard your shit.
Oh well, it's the
We've
only
heard your shit
bands
for 30
playing.
years about how badass y'all are and how when the shit hits the fan, you're gonna take care of it. Go up there, take care of it. Let's see this. Let's see this, guys.
I'm telling
Handle
you,
up on it.
If I could have gone up to Sturgis, I would have had a
Crickets.
fucking blast.
I would have loved to have gone.
Crickets.
Crickets.
I would have jammed a Smash Mouth and I'd be like, I don't know what the fuck. I finally listened to Jackal for the first time. I was just like, oh, it's just Diet
Because
AC/DC.
there's a bar up there.
And Fozzy.
Oh, Fozzy there? Oh, fucking
Fozzy
A.
was
I'd
there.
love to see Chris Jericho on the fucking
That's
stage,
what,
man. Yeah.
Consequence of Sound put up a tweet that said, imagine going all the way to Sturgis to see Chris Jericho's shitty band and losing your life.
Well, guess what? Most people that went aren't going to lose their life, and they had a great fucking time, and they're the only people in this country
is
that,
Sturgis?
I had
that
two
just
friends that went up there.
had a
The
great
Sturgis?
fucking time, and they can
big
live
one,
off
right?
that for the next few weeks to few months because
Yeah.
they went and did something.
They're
And
on
I'm
a
like,
high.
guess what? Yeah, they're going to live off that high, and guess what? Most of them are not going to die from this. Most of them are not going to catch it, and there you go.
And what's
And-
funny is one of my friends that went up there went to one of those body paint contests where all the girls get painted up and they have a.
Was the governor of
it's
South
like a
Dakota there?
bikini
Because
contest
she's
with
kind
all
of
of them.
hot.
I don't know who all these girls were, but he's all got pictures with him hanging all over him and stuff. Be like, yeah, no mask, no whatever,
Yeah, well,
half naked women.
welcome to
South
America.
Dakota.
That
South
shit doesn't
Dakota, so-
surprise me at all. I think people have lost objectivity because they want shit to be a certain way. But I'm like, guys, like, you need to like my girlfriend, anytime she complains, like, I was here and someone wasn't wearing a mask, I go, that shouldn't shock you. You like the whole mask thing. I'm like, all the complaints about, I was there, someone was wearing a mask, someone was wearing the mask incorrectly. I'm like, yeah, no, like, zero shock for me, zero surprise, because I, as a comedian, my entire life I've observed my job. All my jobs pretty much I've
Observation.
worked with people, retail, observed, especially the job I've had the last 6 years of working in bars and gas stations. I observe people. One, I have to watch to see they buy cigarettes. If not, I'm just watching. If nothing's going on, I'm on my phone like everyone else in the world. But because I love, and on top of all that, as a comedian, I love observing people, and I've been doing that for years. Without actually taking notes, I would say I'm an amateur expert. I don't take notes. If I do, it's for a joke. But I've observed human behavior for so long without doing any academic experimentation or laboratory work. But none of this shit surprises me.
No,
I'm
it doesn't
not
surprise
shocked
me either.
because I am truly objective.
No, you
in
heard
how I look at things.
when they said we were shutting the country down and doing some quarantining and stuff like that was being done in Italy and Spain and all that.
You knew half the
You were
country
like,
was going to go,
Fuck.
oh.
Well,
Yeah.
I hope we don't get it because we will fucking fail miserably.
But,
at all
but
this
it's the
shit.
being mad at
And
the
we
people
sure
aren't.
have,
I'm like,
dude.
there's
I'm
no,
an
I'm like-
American.
I'm
This
like,
is against
there's
my
no
rights.
point being mad at the
Yep.
people that aren't because I'm like, we already
They
knew.
immediately
Half the
made it
country isn't
political.
going to do that.
Yeah, they immediately made
That's why
it political.
Sturgis happened. I'm
This,
like,
this
don't
isn't
be
in
mad
the
at Sturgis. You
Constitution
knew
for me
that
to
was
wear a
coming.
mask. You're
Yeah.
infringing on my constitutional rights, and I'm a goddamn American. I'll do what I want. I mean,
Yeah.
that's why the entire
might have a
country hates Americans when they come to their country.
They
on
might have a
vacation
constitutional
and
argument
piss
there,
in all their food.
but I'm not mad at them.
Well, we're not allowed but to like 3 countries right now. So
Yeah, that kind of sucks too.
I'm not.
Yeah.
I've never left the country. I don't care.
there's
There's so much of America I've never seen. I don't. I ain't going to the Amazon. I don't want to get bit by some.
Susie, did you guys
Anaconda,
get in trouble for
scorpion,
me
You're
and
one of
Dustin
those. You're one of those.
No.
and our potty mouth on
No,
your
I
show?
want to see more of America
We
before I
haven't
go out.
posted it yet.
Oh, that's right. He told me that.
So yeah, on
Yeah.
Sunday we went over and
Did a
defiled
apartment
your
ro-
show,
Yes, you did.
which I wanted to have a nice civil show, and then y'all came out of the gate swinging. You and Ivy were
Did
going
not
nuts.
either.
What they go
Okay.
That
out?
is such a lie.
Okay,
What
The
they go
period-
off on?
The period
Period
panties.
blood panties wall.
That wasn't us that brought that up.
No, I don't know anything about that.
I
Somebody
didn't know
wanted to
anything
hear
about
that
it.
story.
And then I don't know.
You had it in your show notes
No, we didn't. We took it out.
Oh.
And you brought it up again.
because someone brought it up on the show.
We talked about it before the
Before
show.
the show.
And
we
then you
kept
brought
bringing
it up on the show.
I didn't know about it till the show.
Oh my
Anyway.
gosh. Don't even give me that. Yeah.
So someday someone will get to hear this show if they didn't watch the live stream we threw together real quick.
Hopefully it's put up online tomorrow. And yeah, it was a lot of fun. You guys, it was a blast.
So if you don't
I had fun.
get enough
had
of us on our
such
normal
a
show, you can
good
go to
time.
their show and get more of us.
Well, it's a totally different like topic. You know what I mean?
A lot of talk about dating.
A lot of talk about dating. Yeah.
Because both of y'all are single.
Yeah.
Yes.
And one of you is single-ish.
Mm-hmm.
And how y'all are delving through things.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One of us accidentally created a Facebook dating profile.
Mm-hmm. And that wasn't me.
It wasn't me.
It
was me.
But yeah, that was fun.
Are you
should
not
check it out.
social enough? You actually needed a social dating site profile.
it
Who
was an
can be
accident.
social right now?
Well, no, I think you'd have like a good buildup of people you already know that you could be like,
Oh yeah.
Oh. Yeah, no.
you're one of the most biggest social butterflies I've probably ever known
I've thought
in the very limited time that I've actually known you.
I'm a social worm.
when
The second time we ever met, you wanted
I
to hug.
hide.
I'm just like, you're one of
I'm a
those types.
social
Bring it
butthole.
in.
when I was
I'm a social
getting
maggot.
ready to like date like after a breakup, like before I just started dating Ryan, I put a thing out on Facebook.
You know how much
that
production went into that?
I was like, all right, I'm ready to start dating.
Green screen?
You know, Q forms to the left.
That it could
See, exactly.
And
You
it
don't need
was it was great. I got a lot of responses.
For the show?
No, for my request for dates for boyfriends.
Yeah,
For free dinners,
For it was a good
chicken
time.
fried steak.
free dinners and drinks.
Chicken fried steak.
Oh,
That's
baby.
only if
You look so good. I'll take you to Olive Garden.
that's only if I dated Trash Pockets.
Hey, that's a good meal. Okay.
Trash Pockets and you went on a date?
Yeah, we got chicken fried
To
steak.
get chicken
No, we
fried
didn't
steak.
get a date. Go on a date. I said that would only be if I was dating
Oh,
Trash Pockets.
Because I was about to be jealous because I want to go on one of the chicken fried steak dates.
He never asks me if I want to go get chicken fried
He's
steak.
never asked me. He's usually driving me home after the bar closes, grumpy and mad that I got left and he had to take me home because he stays just as long as me usually at bars. So when Dustin ditches me drunk
I didn't
and
ditch you.
on drugs,
Y'all kept
and
saying you were going to
alcohol
different
and
spots. And all these different spots y'all weren't at.
he roofies me.
I got tired of
Oh my
chasing you
gosh.
guys
Gives me a
around.
bunch
Oh.
of drugs.
Oh, isn't that the worst?
Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah.
we're here. And you go up there and be like, no, you're not. And it's like,
No,
no,
we're
we're
here. No,
It's
you're
just
not.
like,
No, you're not.
No, we're here. No,
one
you're
time,
not.
when I was a teenager, one time I was working at the movie theater. I had some friends that were hanging out somewhere, and this was back before cell phones. So I had actually like get on the company phone and call someone. I was like, "Hey, I'm about to get off work. Where you at?" And like the girl I was calling, who was just a friend, she was like, "I don't know." And I'm like, that does not help me. Especially this was like what 2002, and I was just like, "You don't know where you're at."
You can't be like, send me your
Well,
location.
Okay, I guess fuck me then. You know, just it was, and then following people places. That's the only way you knew how to get there. One
Yeah.
time I was following two guys who
And
were.
they'll drive.
I don't
like
want to
bats
say
outta
their
hell.
race, but they were driving souped up Hondas and they drove very fast. I hung out with Asians.
they were
in high
white?
I hung out with Asians in high school.
So
And we were driving.
Tokyo Drift.
We were driving residential areas, and then so I'm following two cars. I'm the third car in my Mercury Sable, which is just stock.
Against two souped up rice burners.
And then, so the first car goes during the yellow light. Second car is the left turn only. If I don't follow, I don't know where they're going. I also don't have their numbers. So the first car goes when it's a yellow light. Second car goes when it's a full red light. And I'm like, fuck, I gotta go. Thank God I wasn't killed. But I was just like,
Or pulled
I'm
over.
not going. Yeah, or that. I'm like, I'm not going. I'm not gonna know where we're going unless I run this red light. Because these guys are also shitty leaders when it comes to if people have to follow me somewhere. I'm very good at that shit. There's a yellow light. I'm stopping.
You're a leader of men.
Because I I am.
Or you.
I haven't
or
been
you
recognized as one
pull
yet,
through the light and
but
pull
I will
over.
be.
All right, speaking of
And
Halloween,
y'all will all rue the day when I'm a leader of men because I will have an iron fist at
Dustin,
anyone
I'm
who
about to tell you what
betrays
your
me.
Halloween costume is. What's your birthday?
Ooh.
January
Halloween's
Okay.
canceled.
What's the date?
17th.
You're going as a sexy eggplant.
Nice. I'm October 14th.
A big eggplant.
October 14th. You're
Big
going
veiny
as a
eggplant.
fuzzy foot.
A
Mine's
fuzzy
October 18th.
foot.
I'm going as a fuzzy butt plug.
Nobody
what's
wants
yours?
that. June 1st.
June. You're going as a what? June what?
1st. What?
Wet kitty.
Ooh.
Mine was the coolest.
So a WAP.
That's what I was
Heyo.
just about to say.
Terrible beat. That song is nobody talks about. That song is a terrible fucking beat.
Song is
Why is it a hit?
hilarious.
Still
It's a
haven't heard it.
hilarious song.
Poor Sweet Ivy
Oh
saying,
my God, it's
saying
so
it
great.
wrong.
What was she saying?
She made it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh, and a slur against Italians on
Yeah.
accident.
She was calling it.
Oh, she just said WAP.
Yeah,
No.
And it's
No,
No,
she
she
didn't say WAP.
put an ah instead of an ah.
Oh.
See?
Oh.
See?
Okay. See what I did
So he
there?
gets it.
I'm a
Oh,
comedian.
well, yeah.
I have to prove that. Okay, on the occasion.
What
So
were you going to say?
No, what I was going to say is, so if we're going to go into this song, this Cardi B song, I found out today that she's the only one that's given a real interview to Joe Biden.
Bo
so far.
Jiden. Yeah.
Which
and
was
the-
hardly real.
Have you heard any of it?
It looked so annoying just by when I was scrolling
I
through it on
read
Twitter. I
quotes.
just went ahead and zapped on through it.
Here,
So I don't want to throw my phone across the room.
hold on. Listen to how
Journalism greatness.
I want you to hear some journalism greatness.
Okay.
Real fast. Okay,
Ready.
here.
Okay.
Here you go.
Oh, snap.
How you doing?
Hi, buddy. How are you?
How are you? The name's
I'm-
Joe.
Well, hello there, Joe.
As a matter of fact, why don't you meet my daughter, the love of my life, the life of my love. She's a fan of yours.
Hi, how are you?
This is
how are
Ashley.
you?
I think
Good.
Joe
How
would
you
be.
doing?
You know the
I'm
nickname
good,
she
Joe.
gave her father when she was growing up? She'd call me Joey B. So we
Yeah.
may be related or something.
Yep, Cardi B and Joey B.
This is an interview with who's going to be the next.
So far,
Supposedly the
he's
next
so far
president of the
he's
United
doing
States.
really
He's
well.
not.
She sounds like a complete idiot.
She
Now-
is.
she'll
Have you
probably-
not heard any of her music?
She'll
It's-
probably win a Pulitzer for this. Some dumb
Now
shit.
listen to this shit. Listen to this.
I feel so
Sad.
because I feel like I'm a little bit late. But Biden, let me tell you something. When you have kids my age, like the one my age, 2 years old, your schedule never go as planned. You know what I'm saying?
You're telling
I
me?
went-
I got 4 kids, 5 grandkids. Come on. I'm an expert.
Apparently, he
I
has
understand
7.
about kids. The most important thing
missed
in
2.
the world. They come first.
Man,
Yes,
she sounds like she's
definitely.
dumb.
He's like that Parks
I
and
can go
Rec
first.
city councilman.
Now hold on. Listen
Keep
to how
it that way.
this really
So,
starts out.
Joe,
Here we go.
I heard you got some questions for me.
Oh, I do. have
He's
some
interviewing
questions for
her?
you. First of all, I want to congratulate you. The cover of L, I tell you, that's pretty good. That's pretty big time. Number one, doesn't
Cover of
surprise
what?
me. You're
L?
on the cover.
Oh, L.
But number two,
Yeah.
thanks for your generosity dealing with people
Who
who
reads
are
magazines?
suffering from COVID. We, there's so many people
Cardi B,
who
frontline
needlessly
responder.
are in trouble, who are needlessly have died when they didn't have
What
to.
is this?
If we had taken the precautions we needed
I
to.
don't know.
and
Can we turn it off?
thank you. You have a generous heart. You have a
Well, the only reason I wanted to bring this audio up
Generous boo.
and this here is because shortly after this,
Mm-hmm.
she released another video the same day she did this interview, from what I was told.
That's when the WAP video came out.
No,
No, that was before.
that was before that. But
It's the same lady though, right?
it's the same lady. It's Cardi B. Right after she got done interviewing Joe Biden, she released this video, or this video hit Twitter.
Okay.
Y'all could keep y'all pussy on WAP. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you bitches got the that dry ass pussy because y'all pH balance is off. And you wanna know why? It's not because you born with it. It's because y'all keep fucking these dirty ass niggas. And y'all bitches is shy to tell these niggas that their dick is hot. You gotta tell babe, yo, your dick smell like mustard, my nigga. You wanna throw my
It was the
pH
same
balance off.
day?
Y'all bitches be fucking these little dirty ass
Oops.
niggas. Y'all be sucking their dick and shit. And y'all be gagging on it. Y'all think y'all gagging on it because the dick is big. But no, bitch, it's because it stinks.
What is
Another
wrong
thing
with
is,
her?
right, why your pH balance is throwing off, because y'all bitches need to fucking brush your teeth before you suck dick. Y'all eating barbecue ribs the whole day, bacon, egg, and cheese. Then you suck your nigga dick, and right after, he directly put it inside your pussy. Now you got bacon, egg, and cheese grease inside your pussy. You know what I'm saying? I'm only giving y'all this advice because I love you. If you don't want to take advice, all right then, bitch. Roll the dice and keep walking around with that dehydrated pussy. Like I said, I love y'all, and this is for y'all to keep the walk.
Oh, maybe
Now,
they
she
have.
says
She
it
said
as
it.
WAP.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now,
So you need to apologize to your daughter right
No.
now. Call her.
that's
Nope.
the same woman that had just interviewed Joe Biden.
I have no words.
And people say Trump's embarrassing, which he is.
Everything's embarrassing right now.
I know, right?
Everything.
It's
Why
so-
can't we
it's
have a
so
normal fucking human doing normal fucking things?
Trump has Kanye out there basically because Kanye's campaign is basically to fuck
'Cause
over
we're
Biden.
done. We are done, guys. I'm telling you.
At least Trump
done.
has Kanye in his corner.
It's over.
A weird church youth pastor version of Kanye, which is still interesting. Because you can't deny his older shit, which was banging.
When you have better candidates on both sides that just get the middle finger given to them by their party, that should have been a red flag right there that things were going the wrong way. When you had qualified candidates like my girl Tulsi that just got bounced immediately.
She's not even
she wasn't
speaking at
even in the.
this.
Yeah, she's not. I don't even.
Bill
I
fucking
doubt.
Clinton speaking at
I
this thing,
doubt
but
that
Tulsi
she was.
Gabbard's not.
I doubt that she even got invited.
Yeah,
and you got
because she's
on the other
a
side.
normal human.
On the other side,
a real candidate.
Yeah,
a real.
And then on the other side, I'm not
because she was on Rogan.
I'm not,
and they didn't
I
like
can't
that.
remember all the Republican Democrats, but on the other side, when Trump
The
got
Republican Democrats.
did I say Democrats?
You said
all the
Republican
Republicans on the
Do you think the
that
Whig
were
Party
on
still
the
exists?
last time,
Yeah.
I don't think that the
He doesn't even know what
Republicans
that is.
Yeah.
that were for the last election, their primary, when Trump got nominated, there was better qualified people then on that side. When you start seeing that should be a definite red flag. There wasn't many. There wasn't many, but there was more. There was some that were better qualified than him.
Yeah, Ted Cruz and that.
Yeah, but
Lock the
I mean,
door.
still.
You had you had Ted Cruz
There's
in
a
there.
dog in here. Here comes
Hold
your
on,
dog.
I'm pulling them up.
There's your
Ted
dog.
Cruz, Mark Rubio,
She just licked me.
Mark Rubio was a better
John
candidate.
Cassius.
Kasich. He's the one
I know.
that's. He's the one
Kasich.
that's. And
It's
he
Kasich.
spoke last
It is
night, didn't he?
Against him, right? He's the one that came out against.
He
No.
spoke at the.
No, he spoke at
the
the
Democrat
convention.
election
Against
or
Trump.
convention.
Oh,
tonight.
against Trump.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. He was a Republican who came on and spoke against
Yeah.
Trump. Yes, you're right.
Yes.
Which that happens they do.
Yeah, they
I don't-
always
that
grab
happens.
one or
They
two.
grab somebody.
Oh, do
that's
they?
bitter. Yeah, that happens. all
I've
the time.
never watched a convention ever.
They're pretty boring.
Gotcha.
Ben
So-
Carson, Jeb Bush, Rand Paul, Mike Huckabee.
Rand Paul, better
I
qualified
do like
candidate.
Rand Paul better.
He was
Paul
better
can work.
qualified
Yeah.
than
But yeah.
Trump. And then
Ugh.
this time around
What?
on the Democrat side, they had better candidates.
But why the fuck are you having Cardi B be the only one
Because
interviewing
it is
Joe Biden?
over. It is over. The one Democrats are there's going to have to be a third party brought to light because they're a joke right now. Everybody, the only
Who
way
can
they're
we
going to
put
get.
in a third party and all
That's
of us
why
vote
they're
for them
scrambling.
and kill both these fuckers?
I think that's
I
why
don't
they're hiding
know.
Biden, is because their only Hail Mary is that something happens to Biden and that somehow they get elected, and then something happens to his health. Kamala takes over, and then they bring in someone else. That's their only shot. But to depend on that to have that shot happen, it sounds like they need to all of a sudden put this movement into warp speed to allow complete full on mail-in votes where everybody in society can do a mail-in vote. It's over.
I need a fucking red phone over here that will I can pick it up and dispatch B-52s.
Yeah.
And just
Hey,
all
because-
the places that aggravate
Don't-
me.
like,
I gotta play
this.
something.
Like Cindy Wilson.
Think about this. It
Yeah.
doesn't matter who wins. Who's gonna? Someone's gonna
Pearson.
shit their like.
So-
It doesn't matter who's gonna
Fred
win. It's gonna
Schneider.
cause civil.
Rock lobster.
There's gonna be chaos.
So
if
I gotta
Democrats
play
win,
something. This
there's gonna be
is-
chaos.
I was outside
If
taking a
Republicans
pee.
win, there's gonna be hella chaos.
It's gonna be chaos no matter
Just
what.
a sec. Okay, you ready?
And then
So,
we get Christmas.
I was on Twitter while I was taking a pee just now,
Is this
and apparently Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez just said
AOC? I'm already
just
tired
did
of her
this.
too.
Oh, I know.
Don't say the chain mail.
You know, and they gave her like 60 seconds to talk tonight.
On here?
Yeah, but we're not really. So I'm going to play this into the microphone. Apparently, She just did this, and so did Bob King. I don't know who that is, but some tweets said that here.
I hereby second the nomination of Senator Bernard Sanders of Vermont for President of the United States of America.
See, I thought they had to do that at the end, where they
I think she's gone rogue, man.
No,
She's
they're
speaking
allowed to
tonight.
do that.
I know, but they let her.
That was
I'm like,
was that her speaking tonight right there?
yeah.
They-
And I've had
They have to go. It's when they.
No, this was during her DNC convention speech.
Yeah, this has happened
Oh,
before.
I know, but what? Would they nominate somebody else?
Yeah.
To me,
Where
that's
they've come out with
fucking
protest and
hilarious.
said that, but it usually gets panned out before the convention's over.
Yeah,
That's
is
great.
what
but
the
now
drama
you've
usually
got all
happens.
this isolated video stuff and these like
But
these
okay,
packages
that's
that are put
hilarious.
together.
That proves
and
my
shit.
point, though, right there. The Democrats are in complete shambles right now. That right
totally.
there.
Oh yeah.
You have one of
Just
the
like they were last time with the whole Bernie getting fucked over by Hillary.
Right, but at least it was like they fucked over Bernie for Hillary, so it all made bullshit sense.
Did you say another
It
representative?
made sense on a bullshit level.
Bob somebody
Of
or
like,
other.
okay,
Who was the other
Sacramento.
congressman?
someone said Bob King. I don't know who that is.
So not Bob Sacramento.
Bob
No.
Bobadilla?
CBS News and DSC
Bob Blah
address
Blah.
Bob
AOC
Davalina?
supports
Bob Saget.
nominating Bernie and makes no direct
Bob
mention
Barker?
of Joe Biden. The first comment was, not a great moment there for AOC. I'm just like, yeah, nobody gives a shit about you. To me, that's hilarious.
Interesting.
To me, if anything, that makes like fuck, man. I really didn't give a shit about AOC before, but I fucking respect her, man. That's someone standing up for a person of, a politician that actually had organic support, which Joe Biden never had, ever.
I just found some another outlet for bulk ammo.
Outside
9mm
of
ammo.
Delaware and whoever never ran against him.
Here we go.
That's
Yeah,
hilarious.
That's what I need.
So I was listening to NPR
1,000
the other
rounds.
day, and Isabella Rossellini was on there. Do you guys know who that is?
Actress
Yeah, she's an actress.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Isabella Rossellini.
So she's gorgeous. Back in the 80s, she was a
Name like that,
model.
you better be.
Yeah, well, and she's the daughter of gorgeous people too.
Ah.
So she's so pretty, and she was in just all sorts of movies and stuff, and she started a TV show on the Sundance Channel called Green Porno, and it's all about the sexuality of insects. I was fascinated.
Like how they murder or one murders the other
Yeah.
afterwards.
Were you
Usually the female.
Were you like Eddie Vedder and Stone Gossard in Singles?
Yeah,
just
where they're
sitting
sitting there watching
looking
the
at TV
ants,
as
the bees
the
and ants.
bees
Yeah,
have
so
sex and stuff.
I was just fascinated. So, but at one point, the person was like, the NPR person that was interviewing her was like, "Hey, there's you found out something interesting about ducks?" And she was like, "Oh man, ducks are the best. They've evolved sexually like way better than any other species." And so what they've done,
With the corkscrew penis?
well, so they've got the corkscrew penis, but
That sounds fun.
but
Which is
the
insane.
But the girls, if a guy comes up to them that they don't want to be the father of their
They're
babies,
the fake vagina.
they've got fake vaginas, and they just send them down a dead end vagina instead of the real one.
Humans call that a butthole.
Yes, that is exactly right. That is what humans use.
That is so.
She let me do
gross.
anal, bro. In reality, she did.
She didn't
She
want
wanted
you
to.
to have
it. She
She
didn't
wanted a
want
0% chance
you.
of having your spawn. That's what she's trying
That's
to
it.
say. I've never been a fan of even the idea of anal. I've watched it on the pornos,
Yeah,
and even in the act of coitus, where you're like you can see it. I'm like, every guy's like, oh man, I want to do that. I want to try that, but
not you.
I'm at to the point of like it's there, and then you're at the point of doggy style, and you look down, you're like, no, I'm good. I'm good where I'm at. This is amazing where I'm at. It's got it's a WAP.
Then we turn over
So,
to Matt
There's no WAP.
and his,
There's
his
Susie,
views on anal.
there's no WAB. Unless
there's-
unless Johnson and Johnson wants to help you out with one of their fine products. I'm trying to get y'all another sponsor. Johnson and Johnson. We can turn it into a WAB. Does that work?
I was just fascinated
Is
by
Johnson
the
or
idea of
Johnson
having
listening to this
having like
podcast?
multiple vaginas where some of them are dead ends, and you can just send them down the wrong one.
Dead end vagina.
Well, in there's
That's
a woman
awesome.
that's got two vaginas.
There is.
Uh huh.
Oh, that's
One of them works,
interesting.
one of them doesn't.
Her name's Cardi B.
Yes, her name's Cardi B, and she just interviewed Joe Biden.
Man.
One's wet and one's dry.
One's wet, one's super dry.
My goodness.
I want to see Cardi B
can't wait
interview
for-
AOC.
I can't wait for the song "Dap," dry ass pussy.
Yeah.
It'll be the sequel to.
Lena Dunham will put that out. Hey, did you see her video of dancing to WAP? Oh, that's
No.
fun. She got bigger. You know what? But when
Sir, we do
I will
not see
admit,
size.
when Lena
Sir, we do
Dunham
not
was
see
first on the
size.
scene, I was like, I'd hit that.
You
No.
can see size all you want. You
First
just
on
don't
the
need to
scene.
comment
No.
on
I'm
it.
talking way young.
Never. Way young. Like 13? That's
No.
weird.
Young, like first season of Girls.
No. No.
Pre Brian Williams' daughter getting her butthole licked, which I always love. Y'all didn't watch Girls? It
Yeah.
was
By-
remember that?
And the guy
Old
who,
enough for
you know
kisses?
who licked
Adam Driver.
it? Yeah. Kylo Ren licked her butthole.
Every Ash
Old enough for
Wednesday.
kisses?
I did this on Reddit. This is why I
Old
don't
enough
fuck
for
with
kisses?
Reddit, because they can't take a fucking joke for some weird reason. They will
Old enough
shit
for
on you
kisses?
for anything. So when that scene of Allison Williams getting her butthole licked by Adam Driver
Oh.
on Girls.
Old enough for kisses?
Nobody knows.
Butthole kisses.
Great reference, but nobody knows what you're talking about. So on that,
Well, someone knows what I'm
I
talking
made a
about.
meme where I'd go, Happy Ass Wednesday, Catho Licks. And I put that on Reddit, and people were offended. And I put it in the right, stand-up comedy pictures or whatever. I put it in the
On
right
that,
category.
you should have definitely put old enough for kisses.
This was
You
years
didn't put
ago.
it. I'm going
It's
to
an
hell
annual
for this.
joke that's great to make. Ass Wednesday, come on.
That's a
That
good
is
one.
amazing.
I did something similar to that the first time I did stand-up, and you missed it because you didn't show up.
Yeah, because you weren't at a stand-up comedy show.
I needed you
Was
to
it a
critique
comedy
me.
show?
Yeah.
There was about 3 comics. Matt Thomas, Zach, and
I
who
don't.
was the other comic?
And then I did a performance.
Then he did a
You think
Howard
I know
Stern
these
performance.
I
comedians
did a
you
Howard
mentioned?
Stern performance.
Never been a comic. Fuck
I didn't
Howard
paddle
Stern.
on anybody's bus.
He's a
though.
fucking sellout.
How's he a sellout?
He sold out, man. He's sold out when he started.
If making a
being
shit ton of money
fucking
is
pussy.
selling out, then
No, I
dear,
don't give a shit. He
I
made
want a ton of money.
Okay, Lars.
Come on.
He
I thought
stopped
you were about
I'll
to
being.
say
sell
it.
out
He
every
stopped
day.
being.
every arena in
I'll
America.
sell out
Stopped
every
being the
arena.
reason we are out fucking stirred. He stopped. He lost all edge.
That's it. This
He
show
didn't lose
sucks.
the
I'm
edge.
drinking.
All right. Speaking of Lars,
Can I have one of these?
Yeah, totally.
the other day I got up and I sat down on the
Nothing
toilet
special,
like
but
I
it's-
do every morning. My morning ritual is I get out of bed. Before I get ready for work, I sit down on the toilet and
Hell
pee
yeah.
because it's early morning and, guys have issues in the
Oh,
morning.
dude.
So I just always just sit down so I don't make a mess everywhere.
It's great. You can put your hand. You can put your
And-
head in your hands.
yeah, you can put
and
your head
don't
like
have
you're
to
not
worry
fully
about
awake.
Balancing.
You don't know
and-
what's
This is
going
shtick,
on.
right?
No, I really do this every morning. But I had my
Really?
phone, and the first story that popped up was about. There's always been this debate if Jason Newsted from Metallica, the old bass player, is
Of
financially
Newstead
set
fame.
of Newsted
Oh, I bet he's not as
from
as
just
set.
royalties on the Black Album.
He
Wait.
probably
I'm
is
sorry.
set,
I'm sorry. Can you
but
say that again? I was a dick and interrupted. But can you say that again? Wait.
Jason Newsted financially set off royalties from just the Black Album?
I'll say yes.
There's
I'll
been
say
a debate
he's not
back and forth.
hurting, but he is I don't know.
So the Black Album still
Go ahead.
sells anywhere between 5,000 to 8,000
A year?
copies a week.
Brand,
Still.
brand new.
Jeez.
Brand new.
Yeah,
wrapped
worldwide.
sticker on top of the
Yep.
thing.
Still sells that many a week.
Wow.
It has sold 20 million worldwide in sales.
Okay.
It says here
Lighter than I thought it would be.
Yeah, it's just
what
it says
that
ballpark beer
that,
on it.
Crawford,
Crawford
had
bought
that
it.
out the studio a couple times.
Ballpark beer at retail prices.
Let me guess.
So
Dave
anyway,
bought it.
Yes. Well, I actually bought it and then gave it to Dave and was like, "Look, this is all about your team." Anyway, so talking with him about this, he had an art show in New York at Pier 41. Had this, I guess he's doing art now, and
Did,
And
Boy-
Lars
did
buys it.
Voivod kick him out?
I don't know. But
Lars
anyway,
buys it.
one of the guys from Metal Wire sat down and talked to him and was like, "Okay, what's the deal? This debate's been going on
You're
in
broke.
fan communities and
Yeah.
everything about, do you make enough in royalties? Are you set for life?" And he goes, "Well, to be honest, when I got into Metallica for 5.5 months or some shit like that, he wasn't a full member.
Okay.
He was just a partial member. But when he became a full member and started getting full payments for everything, he was set up with the business side of Metallica, and they have a bunch of financial advisors and a bunch of people that take care of all their financial side of things. They set him up. He was set up for life before the Black Album was released off just Justice for All.
When did he? What was his first thing
Oh,
he
really?
recorded on?
Justice for All.
Okay, that was his first
Yeah.
playing. Okay.
So he says here, the Black Album these days is just fun money in his life, that he has taken care of people in his family. He's given it to multiple different charities and organizations to help them out. He's just like, this is all just
And that's the
fun
Black
money
Album.
to
We're not even counting Load, Reload,
Load,
Garage
Reload,
Inc.
Garage Inc., and then what all the live stuff that they've done.
S&M.
The first S&M, and then Cunning Stunts.
Oh, okay.
So yeah,
Wow, man.
that's fucking badass
Yeah.
though.
I mean, yeah, that's
He was
fine.
like, yeah, I was set up for life.
I
Before
never
that.
felt bad for the guy, but
Who makes
I
more
liked him a
between
lot.
the three? Yeah, he was cool.
Yeah, you know.
Who makes more, the Stones, Kiss, or Metallica? Do you think?
For
These
what?
days,
Yeah,
Quantify that, like what, for one
like
live
around
performance
like
or something?
the
or-
whole thing, the whole business, because they're a business entity now.
Well, it
but all
depends on
three
how
of
much
them
they
are.
tour, what they're putting out. I mean, there's
yeah,
you
I
gotta
don't know.
you need metrics.
What business
on that,
is
like-
doing just as a
Stone
business?
tickets are fucking ridiculous when they go on tour. I
Yeah,
think
fuck that shit.
and their
the
merch is,
show that's coming up that was supposed to
You'd
be
think the
And they had a
Stones
head
would
start
have
on
a
merch.
senior discount by now. Hey-o.
or at least play the
'Cause
Blue
they're
Plate
old.
special.
Get it
they had a
Susie?
head start
They're
on merch too
old
because
people.
their stuff was being allowed
Old
in
man
department
rock.
stores well before Kiss and Metallica. Metallica just got trendy in department stores about 15 years ago.
Okay, as of 2014,
Yeah, that
As
will
of-
always be
as of
amazing.
2014, the Rolling Stones were worth $900 million.
Good gosh.
Fuck.
All right.
Okay, so
Metallica.
I don't know how you would inflate that
And
to
then
see
Kiss, too.
today. Metallica's net worth. How much the members of Metallica are really worth?
Yeah.
Okay. It says James is 300, Lars is 350, Kirk Hammett's 200,
So this is just their personal money, though.
and Rob, since he started, is 30 million. That's what they're all worth.
Dude, that was
So who
a,
knows what
dude
the
that was a
entity's worth?
suicidal tendencies. Is
But
now
that's-
has 30 million goddamn
That's
dollars.
980. And then who else did you say?
Kiss.
Oh, Kiss. Kiss has got to be through the roof with all their
Yeah,
merchandising.
with all their
Yeah.
merchandising.
They whore
They're like
out
Star Wars.
everything. And there's a movie
So
based
is Rolling
off
Stones,
them.
though. Rolling
Yeah,
Stones
yeah,
has a
yeah,
lot of merch.
yeah.
You think they should do a reboot
Katie
of
just
Detroit
got
Rock
a,
City?
Oh.
Katie just got a incense holder that was the Rolling Stones, like the tongue.
Yeah.
What says here? The net worth of Kiss is 300 million.
So the same?
It's
Quite a bit below
it's-
Rolling Stones.
it's
We don't really know
Metallica, Rolling
Metallica's.
Stones, then
Well, Metallica's we don't really know.
well,
'cause
if you
did
put them
the
all
personal-
together, that's 980.
But that's not as a.
I bet
As an
Gene.
entity.
I bet
As an
Gene
entity,
Simmons
though.
has
Entity,
more
yeah.
than all of Kiss because it's like
Because he's
Gene-
got those rock and brews
He's got
restaurants
to,
all over the
yeah.
place.
and he
too.
had that with the Family Jewels
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
and his
yeah.
very
And
limited
so
Okay,
does,
here.
so,
movie
does,
roles.
so does some of the guys. in
Here's
Metallica.
a break it down.
He
Paul
was in a Mike
Stanley,
Judge movie.
150. Gene Simmons, 350.
Makes sense.
Tommy Thayer, 10.
Who?
Eric
Exactly.
Singer, 15. Ace Frehley, 35. Peter Criss, 3. Oh, poor Peter
Aw,
Criss.
Peter.
Oh my God! Was he the cat? Was he
Yeah.
the kitty cat?
Bruce Kulick,
Makes sense.
35. Eric Carr, unknown. Vinnie Vincent, unknown. Mark St. John, unknown.
See, that's the problem.
Yeah.
Is they have too many
They
fucking
have too many-
members.
that's all their money gets shifted out to other people and things that aren't in the band anymore.
But Gene Simmons makes most sense because he's got.
Is that
he's
negative
always,
kiss or positive kiss?
When you're kicked out,
Who is the second
Negative.
biggest one? The
Oh,
first
look,
one.
Paul.
Bernie
Paul
Sanders is on the
There's Gene and
right
Paul.
there.
So the only, if you ask me, I'm a 36-year-old guy who never gave a shit about Kiss. I could tell you Gene Simmons and Paul Stanley, and then after that,
Ace Frehley?
oh okay, I maybe after.
Did
some
you ever
guesses.
watch Psycho Circus?
No, I watched Detroit Rock City.
Kiss versus the Phantom of the Opera
Yeah.
or Phantom of the Park or whatever it is.
No,
Freaking awesome. Used to scare me as a kid. I'd be scared of Gene Simmons.
oh yeah, he's still He's still a scary, weird man.
I don't think so. Not
Very.
anymore.
He's great in
That's
Extract,
crazy.
though, as the Jim Adler type lawyer. Oh, he's fucking great.
Did you see?
Underrated
Did you read
Mike
that
Judge
thing I
movie
sent you
right there.
about the Metallica show,
The drive-in one.
the drive-in show?
I heard about it before,
I
and
sent it.
yeah, or read. I might have read it the same day, but so what's the deal on that? They're gonna do it in. It's not a full.
It's already recorded.
It's already recorded, and they're doing.
They're mixing it, mastering.
Are they
going
going to do it in the Walmart parking lots? Because they're turning Walmart parking lots into drive-through theaters now.
Well, they're turning
Or drive-in
AT&T
theaters.
Stadium into a big giant drive-in
Yeah.
too.
See, that's why I don't
know.
understand why Walmart's going to do it if you have these big sport venues that are going to start doing it. It seems like it'd be a waste of time for Walmart to do it.
So what I saw in the Metallica one was it was going to be at the racetrack on Big Hoss TV, and then here at Coyote Drive-In,
I'd rather see it there.
and then another place out there.
I'd rather see it at one of the Coyotes.
I'd like to go just to see how crazy it is. It's $100 per car.
What?
Yeah, it's $100 per car. 6 people can go in
And it's
the
probably
car.
And you're watching a concert on a TV?
Right. And it's probably
On
like
a screen,
BYOB.
yeah.
It'd be like tailgating. I'm
Yeah,
sure they're going to
tailgating.
let people walk around and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know
Get
because
drunk
of
and
social
party.
distancing
Yeah,
now.
you may
How,
not.
they can't enforce that.
At a drive-in theater?
Good
Yeah,
luck.
they could.
Good
Do you think
fucking
it was
luck.
the real band? Or the
There's a
band
critical
was
mass
playing?
at some point. You
No,
can't
but
enforce that.
$100 to take your car to the drive-in?
6 across 6 people. That's less than $20.
Especially if it was
person.
BYOB. You didn't have to buy any refreshments or anything. Snacks.
Because
But yeah,
how much
I
is it
see
to
your
go to
point because it's
Coyote
like
Drive-In?
6
It's
people. What if
$15.
2 people want to go? That's $50 each. That's fuck that.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
okay, take the other night. If you think us 4 would have gone out for snacks and drinks and beers and stuff after the show, you don't think it'd have been $100?
I mean, it might have been.
It'd have been well over that.
And it's
I've seen you drink, ma'am.
And you get 4
I
copies
think I've paid
of the
your
new
tab
album.
some, actually.
You might have.
Everybody in this room has. There are 4 copies of their new album.
He just made you sound like a lush.
And like a user. It's okay. Whatever.
You user.
You user.
So, yeah, it would
6
it,
people, 4
I'll
copies
tell,
of the album. So
I'll
2
tell you
people
the answer, Susie. It's a good deal. It'd be a
You
good
get
deal.
copies of the album.
4 of them, yeah.
Oh, and you get to watch a movie.
The concert, the live concert. They
Which would
put
be like
together.
2 hours of hanging out.
I do it for a live concert, not a fucking video of a concert. Fuck that.
Now, if it wasn't
You can't.
BYOB, which have they said that? Because
I don't even know.
I don't
Where
think
did my money
Coyote
go to
allows
pay
BYOB.
a
Like, I
sound
think
guy
Coyote, you
and
have to
shit?
buy their beer, don't you?
I've always taken beer in there.
Yeah,
Always.
which everybody does. But
I have secret compartments that we can fill with ice and just
heads
roll up in there, and heads, and bodies, and burning dead hookers.
Burning Dead Hookers. That sounds like an emo band.
What was that band? They were a
Once
local
Upon a
band.
Body or whatever. I think they're still around, aren't they? San
Oh,
Antonio.
the terrible San Antonio metalcore band.
Corby used to
God.
quote them.
Did he?
Yeah.
How did he know about them?
He got their disc. They sent it to the Hardline or something.
Like,
I don't know.
they would like scream, growl, rap, like
It was like a Texas version of
Oh,
the
they were
beginning
so
of
bad.
was it Bring Me the Horizon?
Oh yeah. At least Bring Me With Horizon, like I never listened to them, but at least they like changed their sound and like tried to be like a band that grew.
No, their new sound sucks.
Oh, I know,
Ass.
but I'm saying that's why I threw in the word tried.
Yeah. So on Sunday, this kind of blew my mind. Did y'all see
We
that?
were on Fort Worth Famous.
We were on Fort Worth Famous. We were sitting there. We were riding out a storm. The storm was insane.
We almost fell down the stairs.
Almost fell down the stairs. There was lightning everywhere.
Thunder.
Beautiful lightning driving home. But also, 1,830 miles away from the Earth was a car-sized asteroid that flew by that no one saw until it passed.
That was car size. That ain't impressive.
That's pretty big. That would have done some damage.
Car size. Would have broken
Did you
up
see
in
what
the
that shit did in Russia a couple of years
And
ago?
that was like
What,
was it, they
Tunguska?
said that was the size of that was like a rock, wasn't it? Like
a
little
refrigerator or something.
Oh, it was? I thought
that
it was
one
small.
that blew up over that city and
Lit up the whole sky.
lit up the whole sky, and that's freaking crazy. But now you got a car size.
Space is scary, man.
You say that, I think of
Space is scary.
Space is fun.
I think of Clutch's.
Like Jake can say all he wants.
About it being super gay.
Space is super scary.
The scariest thing is thinking about like being out on a spacewalk and just getting untethered.
Well, the thing, like,
Yeah, but
you
you
know
get
what's
to die
crazy?
in space, which is fucking rad.
And you can't move because there's nothing for you to grab
So-
friction from. You can't swim
just-
back to
No,
a ship.
Yeah.
no. So
You're
you
just
would just be
twirling.
You're just
Well,
done.
check this out. What if
You're
you were?
spinning,
What if you
but
lived on
not
Saturn
getting
and you didn't have a
freak
surface?
Maybe.
Imagine
out.
that.
I would lose my mind, and I would just like try to hold my breath till I passed out and hope that I never woke up again.
Think about this. One of our planets doesn't even really have a surface. Saturn is like gas.
Same with
It's
Jupiter.
just a ball of gas.
Uranus.
Uh-huh.
And
That's all it
Neptune.
is.
Yeah,
You mean
That's
four? You
weird.
mean 4 planets that are gas giants in our
Isn't
solar
that weird?
system?
yeah. No, it's real weird.
You know
And
how
there's-
many planets our solar system has?
There's a core
How many
in
are there?
there. There's just a
Yeah,
lot
they
of
all
gas
have
above it.
cores.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a core somewhere in there.
Somewhere in there, but you got to fall through a lot of gas to get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it's freaky.
You'll be
I don't
squished
like it.
like a penny on a
With
railroad
with
track
a
before you
ring
get there.
with a ring of huge ass ice crystals going about 17,000 miles per hour.
Talk
Yeah.
about like irrational fears. I'm never going to go out into space, but that
Ooh,
thought
I would.
terrifies me.
I'd go out to space.
In a second, I keep
Yeah.
saying that on this show.
And
I'm in.
If they came and
and
said,
scuba
Dustin,
diving?
you want to be an astronaut?
Yeah, I'd do it.
Yes.
Oh man,
You have lassophobia?
I don't know what that word is, but
Fear of the water.
no, I don't
fear
have
of the
fear.
ocean.
I don't have a fear of the water or fear of the ocean, but I have a fear of being like way deep underwater and first like a leviathan or something coming up and eating me. But like
Have you ever been on a cruise?
no,
So cruise boats will have a place. All the boats that I've been on, he can probably know. He's been on more. You've been on more cruises than me, haven't you? I've only been on 2.
I mean I've been on a
I've been
So-
on a couple.
So there's a place usually somewhere in the boat where it shows you the depth of the ocean, and it does it with in a kind of a scale version of it. So you'll see this little bitty thing way up at the top, and it'll be like, this is our deepest part of our cruise, ladies
Yeah.
and gentlemen, and it looks like a little speck, and you're like,
yeah,
oh my gosh,
yeah,
we're over all that.
yeah.
There's a lot of dangerous things that could be in there between
So-
here and there.
A couple of my cruises, I prayed for a giant squid to come up and just wrap around the boat. So
Just
I
think
could,
someone
Release
down
the
there, Nathan
Kraken. That's
Explosion's
what we
just
say
going
when
like
we
this.
unleash Katie on people.
Delete.
That Disappearing California exhibit at the Modern. Did you go to it at all? No, you went, right? So there was a part of it where
Jack,
Ugh, don't do that to me.
Jack.
What? Stop it. Where?
What's going on here?
Anyways, there's a photographer
Inside joke.
who had photos of like astronauts and scuba divers, and they're just like these little teeny things in these vast spaces. And it freaked me out. The distortion and like all of it, I just couldn't handle it. Oh my gosh,
Jack.
he's doing this so that Katie and Ivy.
That's
will
why I
laugh
don't,
when
that's
they
why I don't
hear it.
like inside jokes because
No.
they get played out in front of you with no context.
If
and
you went to
so
this
you're
exhibit,
made to be the
anybody that went to
fool.
this exhibit is freaked out by that right now because there is this video that's just playing.
It was he did all these little short films. One of them was called Falling Off a Roof, and it's literally just a short film in a loop of him falling off a roof. This artist, like a performance artist. So one of them
Very loose definition of artists right there.
Is he
but-
standing
okay.
out in the middle of nowhere?
of a snowfield, like an ice
Was it
field. Yeah,
icy?
he was.
I
It
couldn't
was
remember
snowy,
what kind of field
icy.
it was. But he goes, he's just standing there looking at the camera and he goes, Jack. And then the camera
Meow.
backs up. Jack.
Meow.
And it keeps backing up. And it's just, he keeps saying Jack for like, this loop is like 5 minutes long. And
Yeah.
it keeps getting further and further and further. But you can hear it through the entire museum.
So
And
you'll
as you're
be in
going
a
through the-
totally other room on a different floor, and then all of a sudden you hear
The
Jack.
loop will start over and it's loud again. And you're like, like it freaks you
This
out.
proves a long held belief I've had that art is bullshit.
Art is not bullshit.
Art
It
is
is.
not bullshit.
I one time a long
wrong
time
with you,
ago,
man?
Yeah.
it's when it's
Also,
like that.
New Zealand's not a
When
country.
it's that, it's bullshit. It's,
There's there was one artist.
you ever seen
who-
performance art live? I was at
Yeah.
the UNT one time putting up flyers for some Dimitri Martin DVD. I had this dumb little job for a few months, and I was in this one building, just finding places to put up flyers. Got to do that, take a picture of it, and then some girl was doing some like performance art. It literally sounded like she's being
called a
raped.
trick.
It sounded like she's being raped or something in the middle of like this giant multi-story foyer. And I was just like just walking along trying to find a place to put a flyer, and I just hear her screaming bloody murder. I was like, "What the fuck is
Dude,
that?" And
that
I
would
kind of
be
looked,
super therapeutic.
and there was like 20 people around watching. I was just like, "Oh, performance art, cool. This does the world no good."
There was
This
one
is-
that was called, what was it? You'll Never See Me in Kansas City. and the artist did
It
like
sounds like
all
a great
these
country song.
all these different things. Like he had an exhibit
Which is art,
in
by
a
the way.
museum, and he had a shelf built so that he could be on the shelf and watch everybody looking at his exhibit, but nobody could see him. Even if you looked up at the shelf at any angle, you would not see this man.
You didn't know there was someone up there, but he was
And-
watching everybody.
Yeah, and then
It's weird.
And then he
Well, I'm not
did.
making noise. I don't give a shit.
Well, there was one where he like sat like in a full mask, so you wouldn't see him in Kansas City. It was weird.
These
Like,
people
the-
have mental
the thought
issues that need to
process-
be
no,
dealt
it
with
was really
by
good.
professionals.
It was really
It was
good.
that was a really cool exhibit.
And they left all these relics that were very interesting.
Last year there were a bunch of cool exhibits at the Modern.
There's
Like
a
the
really
shit out of
cool
it.
And these people are probably
photography exhibit
millionaires
happening at the Carter.
for no reason.
No, they're all dead.
Yeah,
All three of those.
all
that
three
did
of them
that were dead.
disappeared.
Oh, good.
One of
that's
them on
that's
a boat.
happy ending.
One of
I
them on
like.
a boat in the middle of the ocean. One of them got killed, like
Last time I
buried
went to the
himself
DMA,
underground or whatever.
I had a really good time with a
That'll
really
do it.
nice lady, but she was sober, and I didn't think she would mind if I partied the night before because she told me I don't mind if people have a few drinks and stuff with me.
Oh, is
but
this when
know
you
how
stunk?
Oh yeah.
Walking
And-
through the DMA.
Yep, I had a nice time. Thought we were on the right path, and then the next day
smelled like
she's
old
like, "I don't want to
alcohol?
have anything to do with you anymore."
The last
I was
time
like,
I went to
"Sorry.
the DMA, I
Sorry
played
about
it,
ruining it.
and that was the
DM
first
oh,
time
yeah.
I've been there in forever.
Yeah, DMA's awesome.
It's all right.
It's not as fun when you're hungover really bad, and yeah, but
They had
It's
a
not as
really
fun
cool.
when you're
Is
playing
that
a
the
show
one next to
either.
the
You're
Nashville?
like,
I
I'm
can imagine that
playing
being
a
fun.
show in the DMA. It was cool as shit,
Yeah.
but it
I
was
imagine
very
it is, yeah.
odd. Like,
One time I went and I enjoyed
Kind of
it.
not your crowd, maybe.
well, I wasn't playing for my crowd, so
Oh.
They
I
were-
was playing bass for Jesse
Everybody
Fry.
was like
Oh,
sitting
okay.
at tables and stuff, right? And eating dinner.
Yeah, they were all sitting down and relaxing, and then some lady drew me.
Oh
Yeah, it's
yeah.
kinda cool.
Knowing
Mary
these people.
Fuhr.
Yeah, they were sitting there drawing the members as they played.
Yeah.
Sketch artist. I was like, what?
you're like, "Hey, you guys."
But it was under construction. That's what pissed me
Could you
off.
give me a little bulge here? Like, come on, man.
The cool room wasn't.
Give me something over here on the side. You know, kind of like looks like a elephant trunk.
Made
So like
me
a
look,
penis
made
with
me
no
look a little
head?
bigger.
You know what
Or
I'm saying?
an
You know what I mean?
uncircumcised penis. I forget those exist.
So back to space.
Space.
It's scary, man.
It is scary.
When
I
are
don't
we?
like
when
it.
are we going down south to do that tour?
The NASA
Of the
tour
Bat
show.
Caves.
The
NASA
section
tour show?
The what is it? Plan 9 or Section 9 tour, or whatever it is, where you go in there for 2 days.
It's like
a few hours.
Isn't it like $150 though?
Yeah,
We have to behave too. They'll fucking kick your ass out.
I'm fine.
Like not CIA. Whatever their security is. They use you have to have.
They use military police.
NASA.
Yeah, is it military?
CIA?
Is it military police?
Yeah, they have military police. Out
Yeah,
there.
it's insane.
We need to go do that though. That would be
NASAMP.
fun. And we just run the recorder.
You know what?
and
Let's do it
take
in the
our
winter
pictures.
though, because I don't know about going to Houston in the middle of the summer.
I'm cracking myself up over here. You guys don't even care.
No. What? Who are you? Did you listen to Mr. Bungle?
I listened to that one part. I wanted to wait till I came because you told me you ripped it and wanted to hear it with
I
you.
didn't rip it. It's just on Apple Music now.
Yeah, I don't have my music.
I thought you did. I
I
thought we
lost
were
it in a
sharing.
divorce.
Oh, you lost that in the divorce.
Yeah.
Dang.
Dang it.
Is it not on Spotify?
It's probably on Spotify too.
Let me check
it should
real
be.
quick.
It's going to be released in October, the full album. And so what is it? I'm confused. It's demos of old songs they're putting together for real
That's what it sounded like to me.
or something like that. I'm so confused on what's going on, but it's the first thing they're putting out in 13 years or 21 years.
Yeah.
Mr. Bumble sounds like
not Mr. Bumble.
Captain Kangaroo. Like I think it should be a kids show or kids music.
Mr.
does.
Bubbles walks around with little girls and protects them.
Mr. Bubbles?
Yes.
Okay.
It's time for Dreamland, Mr. Bubbles.
Old enough for kisses?
Oh, Mr. Bubbles, you're so
Is this
sweet.
a scary movie?
No, it's that game.
It's a game?
Yeah. Matt, don't leave me hanging. What's the game? Where's RoboTuner? Mr. Bubbles.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Mr. Bubbles, the
He's got the drill arm
yeah,
with the little
dang
girls.
it.
It's
the
a
sisters.
Bioshock.
Bioshock. Yeah.
Oh, it's
Bioshock.
a video
It's a cool ass game,
Yeah,
actually.
playing Bioshock.
I was thinking it
It's
was.
time for Dreamland, Mr. Bubbles. I'm outside watching you.
We're all gonna die down here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see
You're
here.
all gonna die down here.
I think it is on here because the single is on Spotify.
Did you hear this
The
thing about the
Raping Your
Toadies?
Mind? No, I wanted to ask you about that.
Charles Clark.
Well, first off, Charles Clark was treated very bad by the Toadies. We found out today on Local Music Exchange.
Yes.
Charles.
They talk shit about Charles Clark.
Yeah,
they talk about him.
The Toadies didn't want to have anything to do with him, and they talk shit about him. I feel
Our
bad.
hero?
Charles Clark. I feel bad that the Toadies would be so mean to him. It's not right.
Not right at all.
Where did y'all get this from?
The
interwebs?
Local music group.
Yeah, local music group.
Local music exchange group. So anyway, the
that a
Adolphs
Facebook
Observer
group?
put out an article today about this guy named Nick Metzger. He started asking around for reel-to-reel players and tapes and stuff from different people if anybody had some for sale, and come to find out, he found this guy that was selling a bunch of old gear. Well, it came with a box full of tapes, and the guy was like, I just want to get rid of it all. I'm just selling it all, whatever. Well, in this box full of tapes is an old Toadies demo. 4 or 5 songs. Can't remember how many it said. But he reached out to the Toadies and was like, hey, you guys want this? Never heard a response. So
sold it.
He put it up on eBay.
Yeah.
And that flagged the Toadies' attention, and now it's turned into all sorts of legal back and forth where the Toadies are pissed that I guess their management or whoever's taking care of them is pissed that this guy put it up there, said it wasn't his right. He doesn't own the rights. He doesn't own the copyrights to any of this. He can't be able to sell it. And he's like, well, he's got it up. He had it up there for like $200. And somewhere in there, he said he'd give it to him for $3,000, but they're all fighting back and forth and all sorts of bullshit.
Do they have a legal claim to that? Like, he's
That's
in a
what's
box of
weird.
shit. Like, if you didn't want anyone to have it, why did you let it get out of your hands?
If you really
end
wanted
up in
to
a box
have
of shit.
ownership of it, why didn't you take it home with you? Or why don't you hold on to your masters for yourself or whatever? Not leave it at a record studio
It got in
that
that
you
box
recorded
somehow.
at back
I
in...
highly doubt someone stole it.
Right.
I can't remember what they said the date was on it. Do you remember?
Nope, I don't remember.
In that article?
But it was like 80s, 90s, something.
Yeah, early 90s, early 90s.
And
demo.
it was
So
originally
the Toadies are
in
mad
a
someone found
studio.
something early and rare.
Yeah.
And wants to
And
make
wanted to
money
sell
off
it.
of it, which is
and
a
offered
whole
it to them
industry
first.
of antiquities.
And it was before their first demos of Slaphead and Velvet. So it predated all that stuff.
Like, okay, well, fucking don't. Here's the thing. Like, I told this to a buddy of mine. We were having like a text conversation. We were talking about like leaked celebrity nude pictures or something. I'm like, yeah, you can have the debate of whether it's moral to even look at them or not. But I read this in a book or heard it on a speech or something. Like, it was information wants to be known. Like, if it exists, and due to regular people's the way we are, like, you can put it in a safe, you can put it in a vault, but hey, if anybody sees a safe for a vault, someone's gonna be like, ooh, what's in that safe for a vault? Right? Same thing with, like, if you have some nudes you don't want them to get out, don't take nudes. Like I'm sorry they got out.
Don't airdrop them at a wedding.
I'm not condoning hacking.
Did you airdrop nudes at a wedding?
Yes.
That's how the dick
Really?
pic got out.
Oh, that's how the dick pic got out.
I'm glad I say things because
The
because
toilet.
cool shit can be said like that.
Yes.
Toilet
And it's
pic.
just like this. If you did, like, I don't understand why
Jesus.
they're upset that someone's like, don't
Zach?
fucking record it. If you don't want it, don't put it on a physical thing. And
Zach, one of your friends here just airdropped me a dick pic.
Tight. That's a great.
That was a wild night. That was the last Southern Train show.
Huh?
What?
That was the last Southern Train show. Remember we left?
No, we went to a Methinks show.
Yeah, up at Lola's.
I thought that was the last Southern Train show.
Last Southern
No.
Train show was at Caves.
No, I
Or,
thought
I
that
mean,
was,
not at
it was
Caves,
Grotto.
at,
Grotto. I
I
thought
was,
that's
I
where
was,
we
I
went.
was there.
No,
No,
we went
that's
to
went to Lola's.
There
Oh,
wasn't,
that's
there
right,
wasn't
'cause
a
the
wedding
meetings
at
were
the
there.
grotto that night.
Damn, I just told this story too the other day.
Yeah.
I wasn't allowed to go
To what?
to Lola's.
Oh man.
Why? What'd you do?
I don't think we were in very good condition, so you wouldn't have had much fun.
I would have had a blast.
You would have babysat us
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't have.
and been like,
Yeah.
"You
No,
guys are
I would have just
terrible."
had fun all on my own.
I think
without y'all.
Lola's for the first time debated not letting me in. Actually, it probably wasn't the first time, but
I think that happens quite a bit.
no, not today.
So, speaking of the thing with like a vault, a record vault or whatever.
No.
Remember we talked about this on the show in 2008 when the Universal Studios fire, part of their their vault caught on fire and burnt a ton of masters. And one of them was Soundgarden's Bad Motorfinger.
Well, disseminate that shit into various vaults, assholes.
And a bunch of Tom
The
Petty
backup of
stuff.
the backup.
And all the whole albums, which is fine. Tupac albums were gone. All the masters for those.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Information wants to be known.
We're kind of
and
bitching
it'll
about
get out
this in
there.
our little group. But
I think
Same
if
thing with the
people would
Toadies demo. Same thing with the woman's picture of her boobs.
if you wanted it,
if everybody
hold on to it.
calms
It'll get
down,
out
I
there.
bet, and like just they'll work it out.
I was listening
sure they
to
will.
Get a mediator.
Murder.
I blame
They're paid to
COVID
do.
because I think the Toadies are desperate for money. So
I was listening to Murder, Mystery, and Makeup today. Well, I was actually watching it, listening to it while I was working. And Bailey Syrian, who's the hostess, she was talking about this
And Dan.
couple in Russia.
Who's this stroke victim?
So,
John Kerry.
Oh, John Kerry. Is that who that
They
is?
finally showed an American flag at this thing.
So
That is true.
Democrats hate
So
America.
in Russia, there was like a work crew working on the side of the road, and they found a cell phone. And what do you do when you find a cell phone?
You look at it.
You open it up. You look at it. You open up the pictures, see who this belongs to, see what's on their phone.
The pictures.
They opened up the picture.
Fuck the
just wanna look
contacts,
for
fuck the numbers. You're looking at the pictures.
I think
Yeah.
all you do is call the contacts and say, "Hey, I got so and so's phone."
Oh no! Yeah, I would
No.
totally look at the pictures.
you wanted-
you
if-
wouldn't. If you found a cell phone, you wouldn't look at the pictures.
You do that because you're a fucking psychopath that wants to extort someone out of money. No.
The
me and
first thing
Susie
I
are
do is I
regular
look for their
people.
ICE connections and I go, hey, okay, this is there in case of emergency.
Oh, not
contact.
me.
Me
I'm
and
looking
Susie
at
are normal. You look at those pictures.
So they pull
No,
up the
y'all are
picture.
cretins.
They
I
pull
don't
up
think that's
around.
what you're supposed to do.
Bunch
actually.
of creeps.
So they pull up the pictures.
No one's around.
And
If nobody
the
knows it,
first
you're not a creep.
picture is a selfie of this dude, and he is holding a
corpse.
woman's head in his hands,
Severed?
and in his mouth, yes, severed is a woman's hand in his mouth.
Whoa.
And they were like, "What the hell?" So then they called the police,
That's fucked.
right? And then they're scrolling through the pictures, and there's tons of them. So the police do their investigation. They figure out who the phone belongs to. His name is Dmitry, like Molotov. I know Molotov's
Well,
not
that's
the right
very
name.
Russian.
But
Dmitry
He has the most
Molotov.
generic Russian name possible.
Hello,
Right.
my name is
I know,
Dmitry.
it's not
Are you
Molotov.
sure he wasn't related to, or was it Vladimir? Oh, fuck. I can't think of the fucking vodka
So
name.
they pull him and his
Vladimir Smirnov? Yeah.
wife into the police.
Dmitry Molotov does not
It's
come up
not
on
Dmitry
Google.
Molotov. I don't remember his last
Just
name.
say some Russian guy.
So look up murder, mystery, makeup, Russian cannibals. So
Whoa, this is where
As-
we're going?
as they're doing this
We're a
investigation,
true crime podcast.
yeah, true crime. Like while she's putting on her makeup, it's a "Get Ready with Me" video. And
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yeah, she's putting on her makeup and she's telling this story.
My girlfriend's into true crime. I would have known about this by now, but okay.
So they're like in the house, and on top of the microwave is a wig, and they're like, "Why is there a wig on top of the microwave?" Well,
Sound like no way.
it wasn't. They
Scalp.
were scalping people, and in the refrigerator, it's full of like mason jars full of like pickled flesh and
Dmitry
body parts.
Bakasiv.
Yeah.
Bakshiv.
So
Molotov
it's
sounds better.
a crazy story about cannibals, but the information wanted to get out there.
Yeah,
He had the
'cause
pictures
they-
on his phone.
They
30
can't
people.
not.
They killed 30 people.
They had canned human meat
Yes.
in their cupboards.
Well, that's the
Yes.
thing with criminals, no matter what degree, is they always have to have like
And they had
proof or a
photos.
token or
Photos
a
everywhere. They had-
talisman or something, proof.
So they
That
weren't
happened.
like they weren't Polaroids, and they weren't like phone pictures. They were actually like developed photos.
Oh, these were developed photos. Oh, I thought you meant.
Well,
they
no,
were on
and
the
in the
selfie.
house.
Oh, in
like-
the house. Oh, there's
like,
more.
So in the house there was
This
more.
was in the Washington Post, 2017.
Yeah, no, it was recent. The dude was born in like 1982, and the chick was only like 5 years older than him.
Wow.
Yeah.
People
Yeah.
are still eating people to this day?
Yes, this was recent.
If there's like some serial
In
killer,
Russia.
psychotic piece of shit out there that like just can like kill people and just be like, I'm good, and then they just leave without like taking a lock of hair or like a finger or something, you'd be the most successful one out there if you could just be like comfortable with the fact that you know that you did it. But it's like, you know, was like the Zodiac killer, and people like there's like, I gotta leave my sign at the my call sign at the crime or something like that. I have to let them know that I did it.
This story
Isn't
insane.
it crazy?
Because it says like the
What if there's a
couples-
Netflix special on it or anything?
There should be.
Not yet.
Yeah,
but I bet
I'm
there
pretty sure
will be.
something's in production. Right.
Do you remember a while when they busted one of these serial killers?
Nobody
over in
creates
Russia,
anything
and
anymore,
It,
so it
it was on.
definitely
It got caught on video when they busted him, like the undercover and everything was
What?
caught. Yes,
Wasn't
you
it
have to
an
look it
accident?
up. Yeah, it was an
It
accident.
was a
but
total accident bust.
but they someone caught it on camera, and the guy was creepy.
I've busted on accident before.
Yeah.
What were you saying? I
That
was
made
just
me
waiting. I
giggle.
was just waiting to land.
So
that.
yeah, is that not a crazy?
I can't do
crazy
comedy anymore.
story?
I gotta.
So
I gotta make jokes. I need
in
to
the
set up.
pictures,
You do need to make jokes.
In the pictures, it says
Right?
a messy, disheveled room with trash
sad.
debris, clothes scattered on the floor, and drapes on furniture. There's wigs on top of a small freezer,
Yeah,
Golly.
not wigs.
and then it says
Not wigs.
one photograph appears to show a dismembered human head on a serving plate with fruit.
Sliced oranges, to be exact.
Oh, at least he's healthy, right?
Getting their vitamin C.
At least they're healthy and they're getting vitamin C.
Can you?
Jesus.
It's so
Oh.
crazy. A
Yeah.
severed head on a silver platter, surrounded by fruit.
Sounds like a
Who's your
Cannibal
favorite
Corpse
serial
video.
killer?
You know who my favorite
song.
serial killer is? Ted Bundy.
Didn't we talk about this after the show?
Yeah, we did.
If
I
any,
think it was during.
remember
wasn't
when
Was it
Ted,
during the show when
remember
you and Ivy
like
thought
a year
Ted
ago
Bundy was
when
hot?
when
He's
Ted
good,
Bundy was the
very
cause of
good-looking.
WAP?
That's a red flag.
It's well known that Ted Bundy was very good looking. That was part of
Oh yeah, there's
how,
pictures of him
Yeah,
everywhere.
that
for,
was
for
part
that
of-
time.
Well, that was
Not today's standards.
No, still in today's
that
standards.
time.
He's really good
He
looking.
kind of
He's
looked
kinda-
like Peter Bundy, or Peter Brady.
Yeah, he
in this
did a
picture.
little bit.
Peter
He
Brady.
looks like Peter Brady. Look at that. Look at that picture.
He does not look
Right
like
there.
Peter
Look at that.
Brady.
He sure as hell does.
George Harrison.
Look at that. That's Peter Brady.
George
right there.
Harrison.
I think that's like he looked good
No
for
way,
his
he didn't
time.
look like George Harrison.
No, he's still handsome.
Uh-oh. He kind of has
And he drove a Volkswagen Beetle. And that's what he would be like, oh, my car.
A lot
I
of
don't know.
I think pretty much anyone that drives a Beetle is a
He has a
serial
Jason Lee
murderer.
look to him too.
Oh,
The
yeah,
actor,
kinda Jason
not the
Lee.
writer. Yeah.
Who's the writer?
So, yeah.
For the Fort Worth Weekly.
I
used to be.
still,
our Jason Lee.
Our Jason
I
Lee.
still have not been able to watch an
He
episode
kinda
of
looks like,
Very
SUN.
Scary People
I think he kind of looks like Rob Lowe.
Because your TV shuts off?
because my TV shuts off.
No, it doesn't.
Dustin, I think he kind of looks like Rob Lowe.
He kind of looks like Rob Lowe too.
Hey, look, a fucking war criminal's backing Joe Biden.
So, yeah, he's,
Hey, Colin
he's
Powell, what's up?
super good looking.
Hello, politics.
Why are all these people so old? Remember when they were in their prime,
They
killing
won't
people?
go away.
Because that's
Just-
how politics works. It's
Look,
old
there
people.
he is from his prime when he was just dropping bombs on innocent people
Yeah.
in foreign countries.
Remember when we cared about politicians who
When did we
promoted that?
stop
I drop
naming
bombs.
people colon?
I don't know.
It's Colin.
No, it was
thought it was Colin.
Everyone's called him Colin.
Strolling
Colin
in the
Powell.
colon.
When did that
To
become
the point,
a
it was
non-name?
such a given. That's his name. No one made any
When
like
did we decide that
colon
we didn't want to
butthole
call people
jokes.
colon?
But you
Good
know what?
question.
To Bush's
I wonder
credit,
if it's like a family
he
name.
was what was he in Bush's administration?
Was Colin? Wasn't there a Colin?
He's a
the Colin
diversity
mansion?
hire.
What's his name?
Cullen Davis, man.
Cullen. No, it was Cullen, not Colin.
Cullen, yeah.
Yeah. Close.
Which is another weird story.
Very weird.
Fort Worth's own mystery.
You know, I met him,
Oh,
right?
yeah.
You know, I met him. His house was on fire when
Dude.
I was doing that crazy ass job.
Oh, yeah? That's
My
how
mom
you met him?
and my mom told me. My mom goes, "Do you realize who you were talking to?" And she told me the whole story, and I was like, "Are you kidding me?" She's like, "Yeah, you were hanging out with a murderer."
Yeah.
Like a legend, a Fort Worth legend.
Shot his wife and killed his daughter.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting there, bro. That sucks, man.
Dude,
Fucking
that-
house,
that
dude.
building-
I could hook you up with some renovation and stuff.
His old house.
Yeah,
over there
women
off
are
Hewlin.
annoying, right? Yeah.
Fuck, I get it, man.
How do I get out of
Is
this
that
conversation?
when they were rebuilding that place, and I had to go down the basement where the little
Yeah.
girl died, which was a basement wine cellar thing? Creeped
Oh,
me
I
the
wanted to mention
fuck
this.
out.
If
Because
I
I
could-
didn't know
or
it was
something
that
runs
place.
around there too.
I've been watching. I've only had 2 slightly paranormal experiences in my life.
Oh,
It's
we got to hear
nothing-
this.
Well, okay, they're
Have you
not.
told them? We haven't talked about this, have we?
No, I never like.
Yeah, I want to hear this.
Okay, so I've had. Okay, they're not even one's interesting. The other. Okay, so I've had 2
Tell him quickly.
as quickly as I can.
As quickly as Brian can.
First one, I would say
Succinct,
Fourth-
concise sentences.
4th to 6th grade. Had this great dog named Angel. She was a collie with like a German Shepherd, thing. She was an amazing dog. Just a great dog. We let her out. She does her thing and all that. So one night, she wakes me up in the middle of the night. It was like 3 a.m. and she wants to go outside, which was rare because we let her out in the morning.
forgot to put
She
the
was
peanut
great.
butter up.
3 a.m. Eternal?
What?
Ancients of Movement?
Y'all wanted me to say this concise. See, I'm trying. I try with these people, Susie. I try so hard.
You forgot.
So the dog wakes me up in the middle of the night. She wants outside. I'm like, okay. So I go and let her outside, and I swear there's a memory that's never left my mind, never degraded, as far as I believe. I swear, like she goes outside and starts barking up in the sky. I swear to God, I saw a light shining down, and she goes and barks at it. And
was there any
then
trees around or anything?
There's one. We had one big tree right there next to where she was barking, and I was just kind of like, and I guess I saw it. Maybe I was just really asleep or something. I was like, okay. And she comes in, and at some point,
Oh, did
within
you?
The
You
next
weren't out there
couple
with her?
No, I just let her out, and I had to wait for her to come back in. So I was
And
going
then
to
you
let her
looked
go out. And I'm pretty sure there's a light shining down. She goes up and barks up at the sky, and then at some point, a couple minutes later, she comes back in.
Drone.
And then at some point within the next few days or something, there was a thing I had to write for class. So I think I was in the 3rd, 4th, or 5th grade at this time. It was just like write down a story or something, just general writing practice. And at some point, like a few weeks later, my mom, she was going through my homework, making sure I did my homework or something like that. I was a great student. And she was just like, she's like, do you think Angel saw a UFO? And I was just like, what? She was like, this thing you wrote. I was like, oh yeah, the other night I saw that. And then that was it. I've never had any like UFO type encounters ever since then. So that's the only thing. And that was just like, and nothing ever since.
No shrooms.
I've done shrooms, but
No,
nothing weird.
nothing around
came-
that time period though.
No, I was a fucking
When you did
child.
the shrooms, they didn't come back and talk to you?
No.
Okay.
But then, okay, so
half asleep
when I was like 18 years old. So a friend of mine, Casey, she had this her name was Casey Carpenter. She had this amazing family. Her older brother Don was in my age. She was a couple years younger. Casey was dating a friend of mine they're all into punk bands. Don was just in my grade. And this was just a great fucking family. They were amazing. So Casey had bulimia, went to this kind of like bulimia camp, she called
Something
it.
was wrong.
So she comes back from bulimia camp.
Wasn't that great of a
They have
family?
camps for bulimia?
Yes, they try to help people.
Taco Bell.
Okay. Anyway, so she comes back,
Weed.
Lubies.
and
Rehab.
and like her friend Katie is a good friend of ours. So we're like, hey, Casey's coming back, and we're just like, being very supportive. Like she's coming back, she's trying to get over this eating disorder. I like call or text her. I think I talked to her mom, and they're like, hey, Casey's coming back, and they're like, hey, I just want to hang out. And I was like, Casey, you want to grab lunch or something? And she was like dating my friend Nathan at the time. Nathan was in this punk band.
Explosion?
No, called A&S. They're great. Like surf thrash. They're great. And so she's like, yeah. So I go and pick her up, and we go. She's like very vegetarian, but to try to get better, she's trying to eat more like animal protein. So I'm just
wait. I
let's
got
go.
to stop you down.
Why?
Okay, she's bulimic.
He destroys the momentum of.
Wait, I just want to know. And vegetarian?
It doesn't
At the
matter.
same time?
She needed to start eating meat, so we went to Chick-fil-A. So we go to Chick-fil-A.
Did you say thanks, Chick-fil-A?
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't.
Well, you should every time you go to Chick-fil-A.
And the
So
cows
our
were painting
friend,
a sign.
I'm trying to set up
So
the
it wasn't on a
story that
Sunday
you requested
because-
I say in a concise manner for sake of time.
It wasn't
but
on a Sunday because Chick-fil-A wouldn't be open. So it had to
Then
be
yes,
another
you
day.
could surmise that it was Monday through Saturday, Matt. You
Yeah,
can do
okay.
that all goddamn day long if you want,
got
except
6
on a
days
Sunday.
left.
6 days.
Jesus Christ. So I take my friend Casey out to Chick-fil-A, and then like a week or two later, the Carpenter family, of which she was involved in, which I was friends with,
Was
they
her mom
go out
Karen?
of town and her boyfriend Nathan, who we're all friends with, was house sitting because they had this giant dog that they had this dog in a house. So it's totally cool that we're all hanging out at her house. It was like 5 or 6 of us this one particular night. And it was like we're hanging out at their house. They're out of town, but her boyfriend, who we're all friends with, we're all a tight scene. We're hanging out there, and we're hanging out. And then Nathan and his brother Nolan. So we're outside. We're outside, and they break out the fucking Ouija board.
Ooh,
and Nathan and Nolan are like straight up punk rockers, but they come from a Mormon family, so that's an odd dichotomy.
Don't ever pull out a Ouija board.
So here's the thing: I've never fucked with the Ouija board before this moment, and because I'm somewhat between agnostic to a believer in God. I kind of go before I'm not going to deny some shit I can't prove, but also I'm like there's no proof, but also I kind of leave it up. But also I'm not going to fuck with demonic shit. I'm just not going to do it. And so, but the thing is, Nathan and his brother Nolan, who have done the Ouija board shit before, they believed in it enough to to do it, but also not to do it inside his girlfriend's family's house. So we're outside, and they put the Ouija board on the car. And so it's them two, some girl, I think, and my friend Philip. I think, some combination of them. And they're like doing it and, moving the thing around. And they're like, hey, Brian, do you want to ask a question to whoever, they're talking to? And I'm like, I should have thought a little bit harder as to something nobody could know except me. But what I just happened to think of, because I thought it was so unconsequential, I was like, okay, here we go. The other week when Casey got back from camp, we went out and had lunch. I either said, where did we go or what did we have? And I thought this was such a non-issue that she would not even have told Nathan about it. It wasn't weird that me and Casey were going out to lunch. It was just such a non-thing.
What did it say?
So I told him, I was like, ask whoever where we went. And it went to, and I was just like, I'm pretty sure Casey could have told Nathan. Could have. Don't know, but could have. And I'm like, I'm pretty sure I didn't even tell Philip that because it was such a non-thing. I was just like, it was just, so the fucking board moved to CHKN. And I was just like, they're like,
just
what's
like
that?
The cow spell it.
And I was just like,
that is how the cows spell it.
Holy shit. I never even thought about that until right now. That is how the cows spell it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
and I was just, they're like, Brian, they're like,
y'all summoned a dead cow.
I was like, yeah, we went to Chick-fil-A. And they're like, oh, shit, And I think they played around with it a little bit more. Again, I did not touch the fucking thing. And then later on, we go inside the house.
Did the ghost say it's fucking delicious?
I don't know.
Why would I blow up a Chick-fil-A? It's fucking delicious.
And then we go inside the house, and we're all just like, we're inside the house.
Fuck you,
a couple people are in the kitchen, a couple people in the living room. I'm sitting on the couch. I didn't see exactly what everyone did and where they put things, but I'm sitting on the fucking couch.
What kind of party is this?
What? It's not even really a party. We're just hanging out at this house. Yeah, we're just hanging out. That's the thing. We're not throwing a party at their empty house. We're just hanging out.
Okay.
And so I'm sitting on the couch, and like someone's sitting on the couch with me. The TV's on. We're just hanging out. I don't even think I drank at this time. Like we're just hanging out. And the next thing I know, something hits my shoulder. Fucking Ouija board hits my shoulder. Because apparently, I think someone set it on top of a lamp. There's no other way. Like, it was me on the couch. Into the couches to my right. There's a table and a lamp. Like, and
it didn't like you.
I was just like, is this thing trying to, like, get me or something like that? And, like,
should have asked it.
Oh, damn. The dog just barked outside.
Should have asked it old enough for kisses.
No, oh, God. Nobody knows what you're talking about, Matt. We know.
But if there was a knock at the door and you opened it and there's a Ouija board just sitting there.
Oh, that would be, that would fucking
floating.
That would freak me out. But I was just like, what the fuck? And I stand up and I was just like, and I think my friend Nathan said he set it there or something like that. But I'm like, why did that shit fall on me? And also I made it an issue not to touch the thing. So I'm like, I'm not touching that shit.
You never play with one of those. Those things
That's
are
kind of
evil.
anticlimactic.
Because lately I've been watching. There's a guy on YouTube that reacts to like ghost videos, and he's really animated and really fun. And
A whole Karen
I like
Carpenter
that
thing?
stuff.
Rum or some
Not
shit
to
like
the
that.
point. So I was just curious, have y'all ever experienced like some weird fucking paranormal, demonic,
I've told
or
mine on
whatever?
the show before.
You have?
Oh no,
Yeah.
I talked about mine on the podcast.
Yeah, we-
I'm
I've
pretty
got
sure
I've
I'll
got a
have,
ghost
but
that
like,
lives with me.
Yeah. Oh
You
yeah.
think?
Yeah.
To that
there's a
to that
little
degree?
kid.
Yeah, a little kid.
And it doesn't
Anything
like
scary, or
yeah,
is
it gets
fun,
scared.
Or
It's very timid. It's a timid ghost.
So what about wait?
I'm also
before we
glad I've
move
always
on
had
from his
animals
story,
around me.
What happened to Karen and Richard?
Huh?
Carpenter, the Carpenters.
No, fine. They're a great family. They're this was just a great family. Don was
Do you
just
know
the
who Karen
nicest.
Carpenter is?
From Fleetwood Mac. Or
From
no,
the
no.
Carpenters?
The
From the
Carpenters.
Carpenters.
And she had bulimia?
Oh, I'm okay. I never put that together, but yeah.
It's family tree.
No. I know about that. It's not something I can recall, but yes, I know that she had bulimia and all that. So
yeah.
Okay.
But to me, I'm just like I can't express how much how it's just a great family. Like I randomly ran into Don Carpenter at Lola's one night because he lives in Michigan now, but was just there because he had a friend in a band playing or something. I was like Don Carpenter, and it was just just
How
one of
the
those
hell are ya?
just one of those good families, you know. And
Yeah.
it was just like, and they had a couple of older brothers, and they're just like
But they had a Ouija board in their
nice,
house.
handsome people. And it was just men and women alike.
What
It
was
just
yours?
Like,
I don't remember
They're
yours.
nice. They're good.
Mine was
people.
when we were all hanging out in the graveyard and that white horse came like in the middle of the night.
Jesus.
There was a storm coming in East Texas.
I don't remember that.
Was the white horse's
came through?
name Death?
We don't. They just ran through the graveyard.
Pestilence,
and
plague,
went on right
famine.
past.
Was it a white pony?
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a. It was a white horse, full blown horse.
Did it run through and then
Just took off. It just came. We were all hanging
Change
out.
in the House of Flies
Just
started
went-
playing?
Went through the graveyard and kept on going. And it was lightning and shit. And we're like, okay, that was weird. That's
That's how
probably
it's-
the most crazy
That's not
thing
even really.
I've seen.
It's crazy. I would barely chalk it up to paranormal though,
I don't know.
unless
Had
you're
to be
like
there.
this. Half his face was decayed. You know that. Then I'd be like,
Just
No, I didn't get a
just
close look
today,
at it.
I was. What was I doing? I was working, and I hear this, like out in my living room. I was like, "What the heck?" And I went out, and I was looking. Nothing happened. I'm like, "Are you okay? Is everybody okay?" And I just went back to work.
so it's not something that scares you.
You had to make
or
sure that the
anything.
kid was okay.
Yeah, I wanted to make sure the kid was okay.
See, I'm always glad that
I don't
I've
think
had
they can hurt themselves though.
dog and or cats.
Like they can't fall and hit their
where
head.
I've lived.
Oh yeah, the dogs always react to him.
Really? Okay.
Mhm. Everyone. Well, there's only
They
been
lift
three.
their
There's
leg,
been 3 dogs in the
take a
house.
piss on 'em.
I have zero evidence, but I've always that's one thing I've liked about. I love cats, so I've lived with cats pretty much all my life.
I like
But-
cats until I trip.
But
when I'm tripping, I don't like
do
cats.
think cats
I don't
could
like it at all.
possibly be something that ward off supernatural things.
Or just coexist
Possibly, or
peacefully.
that, or they kind of like I don't know, because cats and dogs you might just stare off into nothing, and you're like, what do you see? And you're like, you kind of look, and you're like, I don't see anything, so you get over it. But I've never witnessed anything paranormal, and I'm not saying that as to I want to. I'm just glad I'm not, because my best friend Anthony, he would tell me that he would hear shit in his attic, and he would tell me that. And this is my best friend growing up. We're still best friends to this day. And then I would go sleep at his house and completely forget that he told me that. And I never remembered any of that shit while I was there, thankfully. And then I would still hear about that. He was like, dude, so many times, at the point he had to get his stepdad to go up at the attic because he was like, I swear to God, there's like a snake or something crawling around up there. But thankfully, I always forgot about those stories anytime I went and hung out there because it never crossed my mind.
I
But
am
I'm
going shopping for a new dog this weekend.
That's good.
I've been
Get a Frenchie.
I've been 6 months without my dog. I found a
Frenchies are
dog
so
on
fucking
the
awesome.
Fort Worth Animal Control and
Ooh,
Care
yeah, get a mutt. Like
website.
one that's gonna be put down.
It's an 84-pound big old girl dog. And I'm like, ooh, I want her. She looks gorgeous. She's a husky mix, so she's got the different colored eyes.
There you go. Yes.
Yeah, and so hopefully she's there when I'm on Friday when I can go, or Saturday when I can go. Fingers crossed. Big dogs.
You should call her Max.
Her
or
name
you
is
should call-
Claire.
you should
And
call
I
her
don't think I'm
Scherzer.
gonna try to change her name.
How old is she?
2.
'Cause
She's
he's got
just
the
2
2
years
eyes.
old.
2
Now-
years
And
old.
she's been in foster care and she's potty trained,
Ooh.
like house trained. I'm like, should I go get her
Nice.
tomorrow? But then I would have to
Now-
cancel everything else I've got planned.
Dustin, I've always wanted to ask you this. On your ventures, have you ever seen a UFO? Of being out in the real space, real night?
I have seen weird things I mean, a
nothing,
UFO is anything that's really
yeah,
unidentified.
I know it's a very broad definition, but anything that was like
I've seen weird
significant
stuff.
or
It wasn't really
spooky,
significant because it was
yeah.
like after watching everything that you see on TV and stuff. Oh, it's just a weather balloon. That starts
some-
playing in your head. You're like, is that a weather balloon?
I grew
What's
out
going
of
on?
like
What
being
is
into
that?
UFOs. Like when you see so many videos, you're like, this just isn't an exciting. It's not exciting. It's just literally a dot in the sky that moves weird. And it's just like,
I want to
okay.
be Richard Dreyfuss. If I'm going to see a UFO, I want to see a
Close
UFO.
Encounters?
I want to pull up on a
Fucking
railroad track and just look out my window.
One of the
and
best
get half my
fucking
face
Make a
scenes.
covered.
mound out of mashed
One of the
potatoes.
best fucking scenes is when it pulls up next to, or was it behind them, or then next to them, or something like that, and then you just see it go out like, oh, it's one of the best fucking
Yes.
scenes of all movies.
It's so rad. And then the other scene where they're like everybody gathers on the hilltop. And they're like, oh, they're, and the little kid goes, they're coming, and then they all come flying down the road around them and stuff, and
the cops are slowly
chasing them. Like,
we got it.
Then that Nazi soldier gets his face burned off and melted off.
That's wrong movie. Wrong
Oh,
movie.
okay.
Wrong movie.
Okay.
Different movie. Different movie.
Same set.
I think that was
But I've never-
that was a movie with that guy from Star Wars. In
And
it.
they're riding. No, I know you're talking. They're riding down the street on their bikes, and all of a sudden
I was riding down the street in my 6'4".
They take off.
I was so
off,
happy when I figured that out on a piano one time, and I know nothing about music, but I was just like, "That's just I think I'm close. That's cool." And then I couldn't find the other two. But
That
I've
movie's
always
great.
It is a
middle
great
school. I was totally into aliens, UFOs, and cryptids because that was like as close
do
as
you
you
remember
could get at that time to anything
Being young in school,
before we knew anything about the Illuminati. And
the Time Life book series.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That
I've got the
would-
The
westerns.
Time Machine.
I've got them all.
I like the
The
Time
one
Machine
about,
too. The Time Machine books too.
the
Those were good.
the Time Life books that were all about the strange things, and it was like the paranormal, ghost, UFOs, the
Yeah.
pyramids.
Oh, my parents
All
would
that
not
stuff.
have
Book
allowed
fair.
that in my house when I was a kid.
They sold it at the book fair.
No,
was
my
crazy.
parents still wouldn't have allowed it.
They were cool.
I was all about that shit.
I
I've
was
got
all
the-
about
I've
UFOs
got
too,
the
but
Time
That
Life
and dinosaurs.
art books
Oh, yeah.
and the westerns.
and what's cool is like sometimes you can be laying there
You ever been to
Shooting
Splashtown?
out. You're out shooting stars in the middle of nowhere, and up in the sky, and you'll see stuff move around, and you're like, "Well, that's not an airplane. What is it? It's like a satellite flying over." or
Yeah,
something.
those
It
are
still
weird.
fucks with your head because they're slow.
Yeah.
And like when the space station flies over, it's super slow.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not. It's not.
Is that a
See,
shooting?
book,
I
and
actually
it's just
saw
kind
a couple nights ago. I saw a shooting star. I was
The-
like, "Oh,
The
rad."
last
Yeah,
time
we just
that
went through
I
a giant
There was
meteor
like
shower.
4 stars you could see, and then I saw a shooting star. I was just like, "Oh, cool."
Yeah, we
Thanks.
just went
Thanks,
through one
universe,
of the biggest
God, whatever
meteor
you want.
showers of the year. It's cool. I
I
don't
always-
know.
Like, there's a
Cool
part
and
of me
stuff.
that like I like watching. I
What
I
else do
think
you have on
people
your
that
show
go, it's like
notes?
we're at a haunted.
That was
we're at a
it.
haunted hotel.
It's been a great one.
Like we're in an abandoned haunted hotel. I'm like, you're fucking idiots. But if I had 10 people with me, I might go. But I
Have
still
you ever
probably
been? Have
wouldn't.
you ever been to Catfish Plantation in Waxahachie?
No, never.
So it's haunted.
Okay.
Isn't that
It's a
where you
haunt-
wanted
it's
to
a
go
ha-
after we
a
were
haunted
shooting, right?
house.
Matt, isn't that where you wanted to go?
What's that?
When we were done shooting, you wanted to go to Catfish Plantation?
So there's
Yeah.
so there's certain
She's
Out
certain
in down in
Waxahachie.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so there's the street itself is very haunted, has lots of activity,
Okay.
and the house there's
Why does
certain,
the street have activity on it?
I don't know that people see people
Didn't
crossing
that-
the street all the time.
I think someone said that though.
Yeah,
Didn't Johnny Trash Pockets or
Is that why he
one
didn't
of 'em
want to
s-
go?
No, one of them said, "Isn't that place the haunted place?"
yeah, it's haunted. So
I thought it was you actually.
I went, back in the day when I had the little hot pink like camera, like digital
Was it
camera,
Oh, okay,
Catfish
yeah.
what?
Catfish Plantation,
Plantation.
and they've
That's
got
probably why it's haunted, because of plantation.
all of all like there's pictures and stuff, and there was a picture of Mary Shelley.
Mm.
And I was like, I want to take a selfie with her.
Ooh, there's ghost photos of it right here.
So I
Of the
take this.
plantation?
I take this picture, and like
Well,
as I'm
next time we go
looking
shooting.
through my pictures, I'm like, oh my gosh, there's something in the reflection of the glass on this picture. And I was like, I caught a ghost. I caught a ghost. And I'm like showing everybody, and I'm so excited, and everybody's just like, oh, you caught a ghost, no, 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 like just like me, all excited. And then my brother comes to town, and I was like, Michael, look at what I did, and I'm showing him these pictures from this Catfish Plantation, and I'm so excited. And I was like, I caught a picture of a ghost. And he's like, that's not a ghost, you idiot. That's you. That's your reflection in there. And I was so mad. I was
Kind
like,
of pale.
dang it.
Like
I
a
know,
ghost.
I know. I was so sad.
Yeah, I don't know. about this
Catfish plantation.
catfish plantation thing. I'm not sure.
I
about
was
all
not
that.
impressed with the food there. That's for sure.
Oh, really? It's not one of those good country catfish
It
places?
looks
Well,
just
I'm
a
allergic.
house.
I'm allergic to fish, so I was
Oh.
like, "Can I get like a salad?" And the salad was one of those like iceberg lettuce tomato things. It
What's wrong
wasn't a
with that?
salad.
That's a
one of
salad.
them. Yeah, that's one of them country cafe like catfish places.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with iceberg lettuce. I don't know what
Are
people
you
hate about it.
sure? There's
I'm pretty
lots wrong
positive.
with iceberg lettuce.
Roxy, where did you come from?
She,
Devil
He
dog.
left the door open.
yeah.
All right. The only other thing in here I had that I don't even care about talking about now is that Bill and Ted Face the Music soundtrack came out, and your boys are on it.
The boys are back in town.
Mastodon and Lamb of God.
Oh hell yeah! I look forward to seeing that.
I do too.
When are they going to
Be
put that out?
excellent
They're
to
going
each
to stream
other.
it. They're going to release it at home
Oh, they are going to do that.
and in the theater.
Who's
Yeah,
going to
both.
get it?
I don't know, but it's
Haven't-
it's supposed to be available to stream, I guess, when it comes out.
Mexico.
Did you ever play any of the flight simulator games?
Hmm?
So I got all excited today because I read that Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020 is out today.
yeah?
Came out today,
Yeah.
and it's supposed to be ultra realistic, like nothing.
Well, the last ones were all right. Did you hear that? Did you ever listen to the stuff that was on? I guess it was Reddit when the guy was just messing with people. He was like a real pilot, and he's just screwing around with people and like you have to look it up. It's pretty funny though.
Anyway,
It might not be up anymore because he was
So
American.
I love those simulator games and everything, and
Yeah.
I was all excited because this one is supposed to be like photo realistic. There's actual buildings and landscape and weather and all this stuff, and it's all geo correct and everything. And they're supposed to release it for Xbox One and Xbox Series X, the new one.
Oh, they are. Oh,
And I was
cool.
all excited. I was going to download it today and play it because I'm a simulator nerd.
What happened?
It's only available for PC right now. I got all depressed.
They're
Do you
probably
have a
gonna hold it
PC?
back till the holidays.
Probably. Huh?
Do you have a PC?
No, all I have are Macs.
Oh, it's different. A Mac is
Mhm.
different than a PC.
Yes.
Welcome to 2004.
What?
It's close, yeah.
That was rude.
Yeah, they're different. I can't play them on
There's
here.
a vast difference. There's
Vast
a vast difference of yeah. What? Come on.
Well,
Ah,
I'm done. This has been fun.
are we really done? That's
You
it?
really
That's the
are
show?
done.
It's 10 o'clock.
We're not going to deconstruct this DNC. Nobody cares.
I don't even understand what's going on here.
Nobody does
No.
anymore.
I don't
like that lady's
you know,
haircut, that's for sure.
I do know
Yeah.
that the a lot of hookers and prostitutes are pissed about this.
Oh yeah, they got no biz.
No business.
They're on
They
unemployment
usually,
too.
It's Super Bowl, and then every 4 years at these
They're like
conventions,
600 extra
they make
600
a
a week.
shit
I
ton
used
of
to
money
make more than 600 a night.
banging
know.
politicians and
Yeah.
stuff, and they're not making any money. They're all pissed.
Real unsung
Cardi
heroes.
B's making all the money.
Yeah.
I could totally have been
corporate
like
whore?
a high-end call girl. Not not a stripper or like just a flat hooker, but like somebody who would go to the convention with the person, you know, like be the arm candy, you know, have a good night with them and make like
Well, the
3,000,
Republican
5,000,
one's gonna be
8,000,
in a. Oh,
$10,000.
no, they're probably gonna do
I'd be
theirs
in.
on.
I could have done it.
Never mind.
And
Republicans
what
just
are you
have
gonna?
mistresses.
How are you gonna end this
Democrats
night?
have Epstein.
I don't know.
With a blowy, a handy, a bangy?
I don't know.
That's how much money the guy has.
Yeah.
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 So you're just up for it.
Depends on how
I-
rich the
I
dessert
would have
is.
been back in the day.
Yeah.
You would have worked your body. Is this something you would pass on to your daughters? Hey,
Yeah.
since y'all are younger now and I didn't have a chance to do it, I really would have done it. So I'm going to say, y'all should do it.
Y'all should do it.
Go to this convention
Get,
while you're
get
young.
money.
Use your bodies. Get money.
Get money.
Your body is the only skill you'll ever have. Yeah. That's what you're telling them.
That's not what I'm
Then you
telling
see,
them.
what's his name? What's that guy's name?
We could
Kerry.
teach them how to weld or
John Kerry?
something.
Yeah.
Lathe or
That would be so sad.
You got to blow John Kerry.
Bob Dole.
Is Bob Dole still
give
alive?
up your accounting
No.
dreams.
I don't think Bob Dole.
Bob Dole not
I don't
alive
think Bob
anymore?
Dole's alive.
Is he not?
Or
I'm
this-
just saying.
Bob Dole dead?
Along,
I think he died a couple years ago.
along with being a
maybe.
cult leader.
You got to blow this David
Hey
Brooks
Siri, is
guy?
Bob Dole dead?
Oh, he's
Oh,
still
he's
alive.
97.
Oh,
Wow.
Bob Dole, alive and kicking.
That means Norm can still do his impression of him.
A
Oh,
Alive
man.
and kicking.
97
Bob Dole.
I'm Bob Dole.
year old,
I'm Bob Dole.
flaccid, nasty
Remember when
penis.
SNL made
he
fun
might
of
be flaccid.
both parties?
You'd have to give that a handy.
It wouldn't work, I don't think, at
It'd
that
be
point.
like one of those little wet worms.
Dude, think about. Here's what's sad about comedy now is all the fun
I'm
SNL
just
could be
saying.
having about Joe Biden.
And you
They
can't.
will.
You could,
They'll do it.
yeah,
They just
but
won't get as
after,
brutal.
after
They
the
won't be as
fact,
brutal.
when are they going to get around to it?
Are they going to do it on
Well,
a Zoom
So
call?
Saturday,
Yeah,
What's her
Saturday
face
Night
is already
Live's
done.
not
All they
on
can-
anymore.
Okay, now
They're
to
we're
the
doing all on
SNL's
Zoom
credit,
calls.
they could make fun of this Zoom conference known as the Democratic National Convention because that's the way it is, and that's the way SNL has to be. Here's
Is that Bob Dole?
here's Scroatneck again.
Scrotum neck.
Oh, that's just gross. It
His
looks like a
chin
ball
looks exactly
sack.
like my balls.
So here's the thing.
Hairless.
I'm a firm
Nice.
believer that
Always,
because
man.
Brian is making fun of that, like that's going to happen to him when he gets old. He is going to have
Think
that
Brian's
neck.
gonna have that?
You're going to
Yeah.
have a turkey gizzard?
Yeah, he's going to have that neck, and then people are going to look at him and be like, "Oh my
I don't
gosh,
give a
that's so
shit.
disgusting! Look at
No,
his neck. He's
because
so
when I'm that
gross."
old, I'm not gonna fucking
He's gonna kill
do
himself
the,
before he's
I'm not
that
gonna
old.
shave my face, which seems like a dangerous proposition for this guy. I'm gonna have a fucking long ass beard when I'm that fucking old.
I can't wait until your eyebrows are that thick, though.
Looking at my granddad, rest in peace.
Would you ever party with any of those people?
No.
My granddad also
I
had
think I'd
Gene
party
Wilder.
with
They party hard.
The lesbian there with the short hair. I'd party with her.
Decades ago,
Are
my
you sure
granddad
she's a
got
lesbian?
She has short hair, doesn't she?
is.
my granddad got mistaken for Gene Wilder back in the day, but with like a slightly darker. My granddad's
Gene
I
Wilder.
think my
Willy
granddad was
Wonka?
part Lebanese, so I think
Gotta
I'm like an eighth Lebanese or something like that. But you know, he had like a darker complexion and this kind of curlyish hair. But like back in like the 80s or something, he got one time he walked in.
Old
'cause
enough
he,
for
he owned
kisses?
he owned like a dozen salons at one point in time.
Your
'Cause he does-
grandfather did?
Yeah. He was an
I really
entrepreneur.
wanted to say
he owned
all
a, he owned a
Old Enough
grocery
for Kisses
store
a
in Oak
lot more on
Cliff.
that show.
I learned a lot of this
Old Enough
from
for Kisses?
my uncle's elegy.
Old Enough for Kisses?
Eulogy, not elegy. Listening to too much AFI lately. We owned a grocery store in Oak Cliff in Dallas back in
That's
the day.
my hood.
And
Old Enough for
then
Kisses?
at some point, shut up. So glad I'm not coming here anymore.
There's some hoes in this house.
He
There's some
so
hoes
what
in
my
this
dad
house. There's some
had
hoes in
done
this
most of
house.
my life and kind of just still does is beauty supply distribution.
shower.
Because my granddad owned
I
at
haven't
one
taken one
at
since,
its
like, Friday.
biggest, he owned like a dozen salons and also distributed beauty products to other places.
Uh-huh.
And then it dwindled down to like one
You smell
salon
like
in Irving,
mustard.
which is where my dad's office was. But my granddad got mistaken for Gene Wilder by someone. He was walking into
It's better
somewhere.
Gene Simmons.
Oh yeah,
Gene Wilder. Oh no, that's not Gene Wilder. That's
that's my shooting hand.
shoot. Never mind. I was
Willy
thinking-
Wonka.
Willy
I know.
goddamn
I
Wonka.
was thinking of someone else.
Oh. But
Billy,
yes,
oh no,
way
I
better
forget his name on
Blazing Saddles.
what was his name on
Blazing
Blazing Saddles?
Saddles. That was funny.
What was his fucking name? I can't. Even,
I can't remember his name either.
the Waco Kid.
Yeah,
but I
the
can't
Waco
like. But anything more than that, I can't remember.
All right, well,
Little bastard shot me in the ass.
Brian goes back full time next week.
This is first time going full time at this job because the cigarette job's always been part time.
So you weren't kidding. He's being put out to pasture.
Yeah, we're really
Yeah.
shooting him tonight.
Wow.
To make money, I need to open up my availability. So I'll probably, if I just somehow have like a Tuesday off or something, I'll text you and be
There's
like,
no
I need
need.
something to do. Burn. I love a good burn.
Oh,
Dish
shit.
it back. Oh, wait, God. And people are just like, oh, mean. I'm like, fucking, I'm lobbing it. This is a volleyball game. But just to open up my availability. And
Well,
get-
cool.
well, because RJ Reynolds is dumb. They're like, hey, well, we set out this amount of coupons we want to give out for the whole year, even though we're off for like 4+ months.
Oh, so you have to give him out.
Well, no, I'm doing my job, but they're going to me and like one other coworker are like, yeah, we'll fucking work 40 hours a week until the end of the year because
Trying to
y'all
get
are
those out.
insane to try to hit these goals that y'all set in January pre-pandemic. And I'm like, all right,
That's
yeah,
what my company's trying to do.
I will work like this. The job pays well, but that's the reason we've only worked 20. For the longest time, it was 20 hours a week, and then last year we were able to work 30 hours a week, which was fucking like, yeah, sweet, all right. Now it's like 40 hours a week, and I have nothing to do in life, okay, yeah, fucking schedule me 40 hours so I have something to do, and I'll just, I'll go work and listen to podcasts and
Fort Worth Famous. It's on Spotify, Podbean,
there you go.
maybe
Zacast.
There you go.
maybe
Excellent lead in.
iTunes.
Working on it.
Yeah, we're working on it. Ivy said there's something wrong with our logo or something. They keep kicking it back to her.
What? Is it just like a vagina or something?
No.
No.
A
Me and
WAP?
Ivy.
If you keep talking about duck vaginas.
Yeah.
Hey, that was interesting.
It was interesting. All right. I guess we're out of here then.
Good night.
Love you. Mean it.
Love you. Mean it.
Live long and prosper, Texas.
See you later, Brian.
Why did I say
Bye, Brian.
Bye.
Time to take you out.
Love you all.
Put you down.
Vote Kanye.
Right. Vote Kanye. Later.
Don't do that.
Vote for someone
Oh,
better
you hate
than
black
anybody
people?
else.
Okay.
Oh. That's how the
See how
show's
fun
gonna
politics
end.
is? I know the tricks.